As a resident of Miami-Dade County, it is your right to know the names and likenesses of sex offenders living in your area. As a public service, we have created this videotape so that you and your friends and family can stay aware, stay safe, and maybe even have a little fun. Enjoy.
State of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood. You know we're trying our best to be functioning members of society. We're not here to start no trouble. We're legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
Vernon Douglas is my name. My battery arrest is what brought me fame. But there's much more to know about me. I love to dance and I love to ski. I zip and zoom on through the snow. Just strap on my boots and watch me go. But I can't ski until December. Till then I'm just a sex offender.
I'm Charles Dolan, dropping rhymes. I've been arrested 7 times. I know that sounds like a lot. 3 of those times were for vandalism. Feel real bad, I got caught. Might do it again, probably not. I'm not here to make pretenses. I'm here because of my sex offenses.
I'm Sam Pound, I'm number 1. Apologizing for what I've done. In case you were wondering what that was, I snuck into a bathroom and I eat no truffles. I'm just here to do the sex offender shuffle.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura Hughes, proving girls can do it too. And by it, I mean touch your cousin. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. You won't find me in your child's playset, cause I gotta wear this ankle bracelet. I'm not here to go on a bender, I'm here because I'm a sex offender.
Last name Bermholt, first name Mark. I'm moving in somewhere on your block. Not in a house, but in a van. If you need me to move it, I sure can. The last thing I want is any trouble. I've learned my lesson from the sex offender shuffle.
I'm the one they call Arthur Chase. They said I didn't have to show my face. My first trial ended in a hung jury. If I'm found guilty, they'll unblur me. I'm not the necrophiliac Arthur Chase. That's a different Arthur Chase. I'm not here to be my own defender. I'm here because I'm possibly a sex offender.
Okay, real quick, I'm not like these people. Okay, this is an extortion plot by my ex-wife who's the only witness, and she's trying to take away my kids. And if I'm not here to pack my duffel, I'm just here to do the sex offender shuffle.
State of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood. We're obliged to admit the crimes for which we were convicted. We're not here to start no trouble. We're legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
Hello there, chat. It's one of these streams again. Another one of these fellows showed up. And they always show up when you least expect them. And they keep reappearing. Like today's subject. Mr. So many aliases, I don't even know what to call him. I don't even know if the given name he goes under is a real one. It could be actually any freaking thing with this kind of person, but let's call him MewMew at first, and then when we actually get to his supposed real name, then we can maybe mix this up a little bit. But for right now, let me get some music up, some background music up, and we can talk about it some more. Because there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot to go through, and there's gonna be a lot of things to talk about. Unfortunately, the sex offender shuffle was more than necessary for this type of person. He's like all of these people combined. And I do really mean all of these people combined. He's like a snake, a very dumb snake that changes his skin, molts into a different sort of person every single time he's caught, I guess. But again, let me get my music up, and then we can continue. And I can explain why, who, when, and all the intricate details that come with today's stream. And Mr. MewMew, or Ryan, if you want to call him that. Alright, which music choice is gonna be this one? Okay. If it's too loud, do tell me. And we can adjust a little bit going forward. I know I have people in my chat that are involved with this person. And I do believe they would be more than willing to answer any questions the chat may have. I more than presume they know a lot more than I do. I just have 2 days worth of research into this individual, and after 2 days, my brain has been leaking through my ears and my nose. It's just, I've never encountered someone. I mean, that would be a lie. I have encountered many weird, mentally ill people. Not a lot of them were predators on this level, though. But I've seen some stuff. I've seen some stuff during my life and during my time on the internet, unfortunately. And he's pretty fucking bad. Especially when it comes to the things he was involved with. But my real question is, how predetermined is this, or is this guy just so mentally insane that he doesn't really know what to do, what he's doing? I don't know. A lot of his actions, a lot of his predatory actions seem predetermined. They seem utterly malicious and thought out. But I'm not sure. Is he just playing the dummy? Is he playing 4D chess with everyone while being a predator at the same time? Or is he just, mentally unstable? I don't fucking know. Maybe you will come to a conclusion at the end of this. Maybe some of you already have your own conclusions drawn up. I don't know yet, but we'll see eventually. Well, let's hope we'll do that actually. So, as with every stream, my dear chat, I have divided it into several parts. There's gonna be unfortunately a lot of reading involved this time around. As is every single one of my streams, I guess. But I divided it into several parts. First, we'll take a look at some of his Twitter interactions and where all of this shit actually started. How he came onto my radar, and how he got exposed for the billionth time to a whole new audience of people wanting to call him a predator. Then we'll take a brief look into the history of KVA, because I do believe that's very important to mention what the KVA actually was, and how Ryan was involved in all of this. A little bit of backstory to this. If I wanted to do a photo stream about the KVA, this would be like hours long. So this is gonna just be a brief mention of what it was about and how Ryan was involved in all of this. Then we're gonna continue reading a little bit more of his Twitter, at least of his which account was this? His MewMew. Which MewMew account was this? It was the MewMew Usagi one, yes. That Twitter account. Then we will take a look at his blogspot, because he had one too, where he wrote all of his musings, daily musings throughout the year of 2024. Until I guess he got bored of it and just abandoned it, as most of other projects he does. Then we'll take a look at his history with Meowba. That's another arc of his history that's I do believe worth mentioning. How the guy's related to Meowba. I'm not quite sure myself, to be honest with you, at this point, because he has a weird love and hate relationship with Meowba. And lastly, we're gonna take a look at his TikTok. And you probably wouldn't be surprised that all of these social media outlets are now either deleted or suspended or privated. And I do wonder why that is. Well, because Mr. Ryan, Mr. MewMew Usagi, known by many aliases, actually was aware of this stream happening. And you know why? Because in all of his wisdom, he decided to comment on my announcement post on my community page. Which he promptly deleted too, because I guess he didn't want any more attention on himself than he already does. Aren't you a colorful one? And I do know that he got this from the recent Sonic 3 movie. I do recall him repeating this phrase at least 3 times. At least I've seen him repeat this phrase 3 times so far. And yeah, he posted my community tab under this stream announcement. And then he promptly deleted it, because why the hell? Why the hell would he think his actions through? He didn't think this one through. But then he also got late to locking all of his other shit, because I got everything that I wanted from his from all of his accounts. So his Twitter now under lockdown, either deactivated or he deleted it entirely. But then again, the way Twitter works, he first needs to deactivate it, and then after some time it gets auto-deleted. So if he comes back, he might come back as a new persona, which is very likely, because from what I've learned about his behavior, he does this all the time. And he does this in such a stupid fucking way that he does it usually on the same account that he started on. So, as an example, on TikTok, he uses like 5 different aliases and changes them every single time. I guess he gets hit on it, or maybe he thought it's gonna be a quirky thing and he's gonna make it in VTubing some freaking way. I don't know. I don't want to get into his head too much, because it's not well in there, and I'll just get I get mentally unwell myself. I do not get this guy's motivations for what he's fucking doing. He just seems like a schizo, like a real one. A really mentally ill person that nobody should really be dealing with. But yeah, as in everything that happens with Predators, at least in the VTuber community, it's always someone deciding to shit on somebody, and then their history gets revealed by some means. And this is also what happened with Mr. Ryan Raid, or Mr. MewMew Usagi, again known by many aliases. So let me bring up everything that needs to be shown regarding his Twitter activities. And how he actually came onto my radar and many people's radars. And it wouldn't be anything unusual, because there's like posts like these every single fucking day. But he came on my radar because of things like this. So essentially, talks about Lolicon and Loli Show again. And he decided to inject himself into this particular conversation. There was this weird... Another Femboy, another VTuber Femboy decided to essentially go after some woman and body shame her because she made a lolicon joke. And Ryan decided to chime in with shit like, Are you projecting? Me no, I'm an open lolly show. Thank you for confirming, made my life much easier. Then he quote retweeted himself, saying, here's another one. Damn, this site is infested. He means infested by lolicons. And then got another reply, how can you be a VTuber and anti-lolly show? Which again, weird, considering where he finds himself. Is this a genuine question? He asks. Nah, this is surely a satirical one. The biggest VTubers are lolicons and shouldicon. Know your career first before saying, ma'am. I didn't say ma'am, you did. I'm trying to be polite, ma'am. I'm not a ma'am. My apologies, pansexual femboy. And I don't know if his pansexuality actually includes also being a fucking child predator, but I guess it does. If pansexuality can be fucking anything, I guess it can be also pedophilia for Ryan. And then a bombshell fucking drops on his fucking head. MewMew Usagi is a predator, by the way. And then a whole Google Doc is linked. And I know the author of this document is now in my chat. You can post the link freely. I'm gonna pin it so everyone can read it. That's gonna be easier on everyone if we do it like this. So if you have a link to it, you can post it. If you don't have it on hand, you can. I'm gonna post it myself, and then I'm gonna pin it. And then we can continue. And I'm gonna make life easier on myself a little bit. So instead of reading the whole document, there's also a video by the same person. That's again still in the chat. That relays all of the history with Ryan. At least until November or October of last year. The document doesn't include that much more than what's in that video. And I do believe the video is probably better to post. Okay, I'm gonna post the link to the document myself if I still have it handy. I hope it's gonna go through on my end then. Okay, if you guys can see this, I hope you can. I'm pinning it. And then you can just, you know, view it on your own as we go through the video that's posted. So again, the video that I'm gonna show you is essentially almost the same as the document, with a few details missing here and there. Those details are gonna be included later if they're missing during the later part of the stream, if they're relevant in some sort of way. But first, we're gonna play that video. Let me just get it. The video is titled, we need to talk about Ryan, aka MewMew Usagi. Just give me a moment to get it, and then we can continue. All right. All right. It's here. I'm gonna mute the music, and it's gonna come back later.
I'm not even gonna start with an introduction, considering this is a very, very serious video that I didn't want to make, but I have to. This is basically just a narration of a document that I submitted and posted everywhere on my social media by now. But if you're triggered by literally anything at this point, it's definitely in this document, so keep that trigger warning. I decided to make this document to avoid all the drama cluttering my social media, to threads upon constant threads, quote retweets, reposts, etc. So it's all in one place, including this video, which will also be archived in case it gets taken down. Feel free to share this video, as long as it's not edited. I don't care if you'd like make your own custom thumbnail or something, as long as it's this raw video and it spreads the awareness that I'm trying to do, then I don't care. Ryan, Midnight MewMew, Cubby Peach, Mewmew, whatever he goes by at the time of this video. He has a million names. Big ass child predator and CSA victim stalker. This is who it is about. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm just going to read straight from the document. Recently changed his name to Mewmew, strictly to mock me, even though he decided to say, "Oh, I was inspired by it, it sounded nice." He also tweeted at the same exact time he was going to steal my work, so that's great. "Oh, I was trolling about stealing your work." Yeah, no, you've actually done that. I can see it on your VTuber hub right now. So, with context of what he's done in the past, he has owned and probably still owns child porn and spreads it as a quote-unquote threat. Stalking, doxing, donating to a pedophile Discord server, grooming minors, and committing theft.
And there's evidence to all of this. Ryan even admits it freely. He admits it freely under his many aliases. And even after he got called out, like yesterday, and decided to deactivate his Twitter account, he still admitted to faults. Mind you, he only admitted to his faults because he got caught. But you'll see in what way he actually admits to these faults. He thinks that if he has forgiven himself, then all is good, and other people can also start forgiving him, because God would want it that way.
Starting 2 years ago, he popped out of literally nowhere, stalking a friend of mine and doxing her private information, including threats to her pets, sending mail to her house, leaking CSA audio and child porn of her when she was at the time of 14 years old. He still to this day sends mail to her house. As you can tell from his screenshots, he's sending multiple threats, saying to do what you're told or I'm going to spread it. Oops, I accidentally spread it anyways. To my friend Momo, he decided to...
We're gonna be taking a look at those screenshots in the document after the video is done with, so you guys can take a closer look at them. Because, like here, just this part of the video tells you a lot. You sent CP to Momo. Momo not talking to you. I'm sorry, what? Oh, that was a little threat. I can do far worse.
Say, no, I'm not talking to you, you have CP. And Ryan decided to reply with, "Oh, that's a little threat. I can do far worse than that." So he has indeed confirmed that he has spread this child pornography and audio with this tweet. It was a straight up black video for 2 minutes straight. I can't go into further context of that, but it was the same minor. And he gives context confirming that this was received from a pedophile cult online. And he decided to spread it because, ooh, it's this person, this is her real identity. Ah! There's no excuse for that. Zero excuse to confirm somebody's quote-unquote identity just because you have a crush on them. No, that's not how you win them. That's straight up doxing and spreading illegal pornographic material just to prove a point. Confronted multiple times about this, admitted to not caring about it. I do have screenshots of that, by the way. I just didn't bother to put it in. I could, but I just didn't bother. He then proceeded to tell another victim to forgive their abuser because God would. Also bonus, he donated, which is Discord Nitro boosted, to a pedophile server, which was abandoned, but the fact that he did donate to this pedophile Discord server is enough. Can't you all just live together in harmony and peace instead of insulting each other in videos? The person I'm talking about is a predator. God teaches us to forgive our enemies like I have. Okay. I don't have physical evidence of this. Well, actually I do. I have all the emails of the DMCA claims. I also have screenshots of the very image that he was using, making it music, which is basically hate music against somebody, the said minor, threatening to make physical vinyl copies with said stolen art, so...
He had a lot of mixtapes or diss tracks on his TikTok. And all of them were just using other people's music. Sometimes he claimed it's his own music. And most of the time he got comments he didn't get very flattering comments on his TikTok. Like, let me give you, if I actually still have it. I don't know if I still have it, but okay, that's for later. People usually commented things like, I'm gonna kill myself and blame it on you, Ryan. Stuff like that. So he wasn't very liked. I don't know how he managed to infiltrate so many communities. I'm guessing because he went to impressionable kids and kids would just welcome anybody online. It's just, that's just how it is with internet safety nowadays. They just, everyone's just very naive and trusting of people. And then when they turn out to be predator, it's much too late to do anything about it.
On behalf of her, confirmed on behalf of her as well, I submitted a DMCA against it, and it was taken down. Rather than thinking, hey, I should stop doing this stuff, this is art theft, and I should be more original and do something on my own terms. No, he believed 100% immediately that I was her, because of my emails, the way of talking. At the same time, he was also confirming to send mail to her house, even sent me physical screenshots of him sending, U2's, I believe it was a U2's Doors figurine. That's what he sent to her house. As I said, I do have the information, but I won't be posting it for privacy. It got to a certain point where I did contact the United Kingdom police, because it got so bad to that point. And there is evidence. I have all of the emails, I have screenshots, I even have the entire 30-minute voice call with the officer. That's what the screenshot is. He posted it on TikTok and stuff as well, saying the police went to his door. This screenshot confirms it. Police came, and for the reason, I must leave you all before I go. Promise you'll look after her. I'll miss you all, but I must move on. Goodbye, Cecilia. That's a running thing that he decides to do. He'll constantly be saying that he's going to leave, give up, and move on with his life, but then he immediately goes right back to it. At one point, he also decided to joke about dating her abusive ex, but I'm not going to name him. And it's quite obvious, looking back at it, that he said this strictly to piss us off.
You're asking, does this dude want to get caught? Do you know how dumb some pedophiles are? Do you know how blatant they are about their actions and the things that they do? People like that are a dime a dozen. Ryan is just one of these people. And pedophilia alone would be bad enough, but the guy just does so much more than that as well. Pedophilia alone, grooming minors alone, is incredibly bad. It's horrendous even. But the guy just engages in so much more bullshit. He threatens people. He steals from people. He even... the guy even wanted to steal donation money from someone that started a GoFundMe. That's how this guy operates. That's how fucking awful he is.
Screenshot, he says, "This is no joke. We are in love. I'm sorry to offend anybody, and I don't care if you're offended. I don't care about his past. She deserved it." What if I told you I was dating this person? And he went out of his way to tag all of us to make sure that we would see that. There's also, this is the big part, he decided to groom a 17-year-old. At the time of doing this, he was 22. Thanks to Bupden on Twitter, he sent me evidence of this. A thread was involved. I did see the thread at some point, but it has since been deleted.
See, some people here would be saying, "Oh, that age gap isn't that big in here," but that's not the problem. The problem is that Ryan, before all of this, was revealed to have a thing for teenagers, and he gets obsessed with teens specifically. So him being involved with another teenager, doesn't matter if it's 17. Or something legal, as he says in the UK, it doesn't fucking matter. Because the guy is obsessed with fucking kids. It doesn't fucking matter.
Thank God for Bup Knight. He screenshotted everything. He archived everything. He can confirm that this is legit. This did happen. Please do not go after the...
And you can't skip the fact that one doesn't know how long he's been engaged with this 17-year-old. Considering how long he's been operating, could have been much longer.
Minor in question, I'm pretty sure that they would not want to get dragged into all of this.
Because, mind you, Ryan apparently is a 24-year-old in the year 2025.
Or even be reminded of this guy. I'm not going to read the screenshots, but I will be showing them. And that's about it. Now we're on to the recent. Going into the recent, we're going to be talking about stalking, doxing, impersonation, theft, shaming, suicide, and self-harm victims, grooming, supporting genocide, and theft, along with the side of ableism. Going into the now, please note he refers to his victims as quote-unquote clients. He's been stalking me to this very day, to the points of emotional stress, multiple DMCA, cease and desist orders, and suicide attempts. He constantly violates these and even has people spying on my social media for him, which is why they've been private for so long. September 21st, 2024. I woke up for the day, I saw a notification, and I see that he subscribed to my channel. Imagine waking up to start your day, and the first thing that happens is you have to deal with stalkers. And you're trying to stay away from them, you block them everywhere, but YouTube doesn't have an official block button, so he just keeps subscribing just so you see the notification that he is watching you. I responded on Twitter to this, and not even 15 seconds later, he responded with his own tweet saying, "Oh, I can unsubscribe if you want me to." He was literally waiting for me as if he knew that I wasn't even awake yet, just to pull that shit. Immediately I had a mental breakdown because it went to that point. There was stuff happening way before this, so when this happened, I just couldn't handle it. Because he's not the only person I've been dealing with. However, that he's the biggest issue out of everything. You can see with the screenshots the time difference. He was waiting. All the time, every time that he calls me out, he always has to bring up the fact that I have dissociative disorders, such as DID, PTSD, and he's always talking about it, saying, "Oh, it's all in your head, it doesn't exist, it's all..."
The funny thing about him saying shit like that is, in his latest Twitter meltdown, in his latest explanations for his behavior before he deactivated, he's like, "Oh, what I'm doing is just a persona. It's just MewMew Usagi saying this. It's not Ryan Raid saying shit like that." The guy is just completely fucking insane.
An excuse? That's not how it works. I've never made it as an excuse. Only an explanation. Also, with his websites, he made them with Wix. If you didn't know about Wix, it is a site run by Israel. And if you know about Israel, well, they're doing a full-blown genocide on Palestine right now. So that's not a good look for him. He is inadvertently or advertently funding genocide. When he found out I came out to start being a VTuber, he acted all confident and made multiple tweets about it, throwing a little fit, saying, "Oh, Kama can't be a VTuber, you're on my turf now, ha ha ha." And even dragged somebody named Bella the Wolf into this. If you don't know Bella the Wolf, she is a gacha tuber, she is a PNG tuber, a very controversial rage baiter. I'm not gonna go into her because this is not about her, that's her own battle to fight. But he dragged her into it because she is a big name and that she recently collaborated with my friend. When I asked Bella personally about it, the reason why she even contacted him on his TikTok, because that wasn't a good look for her, given the relationship with my friend and her recently. She responded immediately saying that she already knew about him and she was commenting in disgust. She knew already because my friend told her about him. So it's kind of embarrassing that you're trying to flex the fact that she's disgusted by you. But whatever helps you sleep at night. To this day, he keeps harassing my friend and I using Xcancel, which I'm assuming is the dark web. Probably not the dark web. Xcancel is a website to stalk people's Twitter accounts. You don't have to log in or anything. As long as your Twitter account is public, they can just enter it into this website and find you. Look through everything.
For clarification, it's not really the dark web, it's just a way to browse Twitter without all of the restrictions such as blocks. Sometimes it also goes through private accounts, shit like that. It's its own version of Twitter, off Twitter, something like that.
You have posted. Blocked or not, it does not matter. You will be found on this website. And when he was stalking the Twitter, which is the reason why all of my stuff is private, he found out something very traumatic happened to me, which wasn't because of him, but was involved, but the sole reason was not him. He decided to state by the screenshot, look, if Coma relapsed because I'm trying to quote-unquote help her, I'm sorry that happened, but sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, so essentially he didn't care if Coma unalived herself or not. He thought it a necessary sacrifice for the greater good, because Ryan is such a weird fucking person that despite saying that he's against, you know, grooming cults, he was an active member of one, donated to one, and then, you know, he stalks CSA victims at the same time and makes excuses for them. Like, he flip-flops about what he believes in constantly. At one point, for example, he goes after Meowba, a very famous TikTok PNG tuber troll, and in the next instance, he's like, oh, she was only joking. Like, nothing she's doing is all of that bad. She you know, she has her reasons. That's how he operates. He just flip-flops and changes his mind about a lot of shit constantly.
Sacrifices must be made. So you're openly condoning suicide because of an e-girl that doesn't like you. If I have to go into detail of what happened to me that night, the only parts that he was directly involved with was through his telenym. He responds to drama through anonymous people, and sometimes people call him out. They call him out as a stalker, they call him out as a weirdo, harassing women, and somebody pointed something out, and he tweeted about it, and that's how I found out, and something happened. And he was one of those reasons that it happened. People already know about this. I will be going into detail fully on what exactly happened later, but what he responded with was that sacrifices must be made. He does not care that I tried to commit suicide that night. Going off topic from that a little bit, he's constantly switching to either wanting me dead or having a crush on me. He did have this little phase of having a crush on me. I don't have any clue as to why. Probably just to fuck with me. But it's still kind of gross, considering the fact he's a predator and a weirdo in general. And at the time, I already have a partner, so sorry to bust your bubble, bro, but it's not me. It's not gonna be me. Never will be. You can also tell that he's doing this shit with the weird seal gifts that he posts. The seal the deal thing. I posted that one time on, I think, either Blue Sky or Twitter, and ever since then he's been using that just to fuck with me. At one point with Blue Sky, he decided to create multiple Blue Sky accounts under the names of CSA victims, and then go out and say that it wasn't him, and that, I can help with this issue, just talk to me. He decided he was going to schedule an entire week of live streaming, and everything that he would be doing on that entire week of live streaming would be to dox somebody, which, as you guessed, it would be doxing my friend. By said screenshots, he says this is a release schedule, and he posted another picture, by the way. I just decided not to post it, considering it had a very old OC of hers that I don't want to bring up, because it's not relevant that much. It's still the person in general. It's not about her social media persona or anything. This is her as a human being. Wanted to put that out there as well. This didn't even last over a week or 2 weeks or anything. This was like generally 6 days ago. Oh, 10 days ago. So yeah, it was a week. October 31st, 2024, which was my birthday. I recently turned 23. It was my birthday, so I attempted to take time off of the internet to have a breather for a day and spend time with my family and my friends to celebrate it. Also with Halloween going on. And I made the mistake of looking while I was at my boyfriend's workplace, hanging out with him during his break. I made the mistake of looking, and with what happened, I almost vomited right in front of him because of what Ryan decided to say. By the screenshots saying, "I'm not the fool you take me for. You have no idea what I'm capable of. You're deflecting." Basically projection a little bit there. "You cry you wish this to be over with, but reject all my attempts to end the argument. Because I don't want to talk to you. I never wanted to. Just say the word and I'll eradicate the pedophile cult forever. It's like you enjoy them." It's like you enjoy them, he says. And then he keeps going. "Are you missing that pedophile cult? Do you want to go back? Because you seem to not like me trying to destroy them. Do you still have a soft spot for the cult leader? How sweet of you." And that's when I got so physically sick, because of how disgusting it is to compare somebody who is a victim of this pedophile cult for the past 6 years, and you decide to say, "Oh, they miss you, you want to go back?" How delusional do you have to be to think of that? It's fucking disgusting. You call yourself an innocent saint whenever asked about what you've done, yet you think victims of pedophilia trying to move on and stay away or avoid making things worse with them means that they're comfortable with it. What is wrong with you? And I'm going to keep saying that. What is wrong with you to generally think that? To generally think, "Oh, I'm going to harass these victims and these two people in particular because I have a crush on them. And maybe if I ruin their lives and keep traumatizing them, bringing back up past traumas, they're gonna come to me in open arms. Yeah, this'll do it." Recently, because of all this evidence being shown to the public, he's been claiming that I faked my suicide attempt for attention. And with these screenshots here, there's more than one. I've mentioned this earlier, actually. This is that Sunday thing that I was talking about. Komaba is a suicide baiter, by the way. Perhaps people shouldn't follow her anymore, all because she hates me doing the right thing, by the way. And with the screenshot he has, yeah, that's an actual screenshot. I did tell him to do that, hoping for a little bit of closure. Hoping that he might actually genuinely have a reality check and realize, shit, I tried to get somebody to kill themselves. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe there is something wrong with me and I can go check to a therapist and just leave all this behind. No, what he decided to do was, "Oh yeah, she's faking her suicide." The image in question, it's this. This is the location that I almost jumped. This is the location that I almost jumped over the rail and killed myself. The reason I'm still alive is because a random ass biker drove past, pulled me off the rail, said, "What is wrong with you?" and then sped off. That's why I'm still alive. I can literally go over to that same ass bridge right now and just take a picture of that same exact angle. And you think that I'd never been there before? I can go into that same exact X marks the spot location of where I was about to climb up the rail and jump. But that's baiting? That's not true? I could tag every single person in real life and online that knows that this is reality. This happened. And they will tell you, yes, this happened. This actually happened, that she tried to kill herself because of you. But no, apparently that's fake. "I didn't care what you did, but even I have to draw the line somewhere. And guilt-tripping me with fake suicidal threats is crossing the line. How disgusting are you?" Didn't you say that you also had real-life friends who actually did commit suicide? And that you're against people committing suicide because of that issue?
How this person has any associates much less much less friends is kind of a mystery to me. I do not understand who would be associated with this individual. Other than the people from the KVA, I guess. I can imagine they were hanging around him quite a bit. But other than that, I don't know who would be the other people that would tolerate him. When did he get friends that would do shit like that for him? Or is he just making it up? Who the hell knows?
I'm beginning to think you were lying about that. If you have little to zero empathy for people that struggle with self-harm and suicide like this, I highly doubt that that actually happened in your life. Just saying. Kinda hypocritical, by the way. Not a good look for you. Oh, by the way, the day of recording, November 11th, 2024, at 9:40 in the morning, EST, he said, anyway, I better stop or she'll pretend to kill herself or guilt trip me again, so he's still continuing to do this. And the reason he said that was because, for some reason, he thinks I told somebody I was Italian. I never said that. At least I don't remember saying that, so not a big deal. And then he goes about saying that out of fucking nowhere. This is exactly what I just described. I did rant about this on my Blue Sky. I did talk about it on Blue Sky. And this is the image. Once again, this is that same image of that bridge. You can see that building in the background. And this is actually true. I still stand by this on what I said. Are you too scared to admit you did this to somebody? You have zero reputation. This isn't even about my friend anymore. This is about you and what you were doing to me over an e-girl that will never ever love you for what you have done and keep doing. I want the world to know this. And I still do. To know what he has been doing and is trying to sweep under the rug. Because every time somebody confronts him about this shit, whenever I show them what he has been doing, he constantly, immediately denies it and blocks them without a word. Not an ounce of empathy or accountability of what he has done. He just straight up denies it. Even as of this week, the same exact day I am recording, November 9th, 2024. He's been targeting and harassing my boyfriend. My boyfriend, he knows what happened, and he got upset by it, understandably, but I told him not to say anything. And Ryan was blocking him. Well, he didn't even block him. He started tweeting about it like he always does. And once again, he pulls that whole suicide baiting thing. All you had to do was follow the system, but no, you had other ideas. Yeah, the idea that he had in his head was defending me, because he was pissed off and upset with the fact that I have been so stressed out that all I have been able to talk about when I see him in person is about Ryan. Because I am so stressed out, it's the only thing on my mind. I can't get a break. I can't even sleep or take a shower without this bullshit happening. That's how sad it is. And then later on, he switches again, saying that he wants to help him by himself. I have an issue with that. Isolating somebody that I not only know in real life, saying, oh, I can help you with this issue, but we need to be alone. I have a problem with that. Understandably why. It's not just because we are dating. It's because the person that is saying that. Remember the people stalking my social media for him? As you can tell from his bio currently, they met on Blue Sky. Ryan has a partner that goes by Jace currently. Ryan decided it was a good idea to put Fawn on blast, and of course, had me going to warn them about Ryan. This is exactly how the conversation went. All of the DMs unedited. And I'm not saying to harass Jace over this. The problem is Ryan, not Jace. But at the same time, I am disgusted and disappointed with how Jace's actions are. Your trauma is valid. As a CSA survivor myself, someone who has been called a pedophile just for not checking ages of cute folk I follow, I do understand how this really bad pro-social abilities are. I'm not confrontational enough to speak to him directly on the situation. I have tried to anonymously speak to him to calm himself on telling him. I do think he needs therapy to ensure he doesn't go further with the stunts.
Oh no, he doesn't need just therapy. He needs to be locked the fuck up. The guy has shared CSA material with people and threatened people with it, mind you. Not only shared it, distributed it, used as a means to threaten somebody, harassed people online, which, you know, cyberbullying, almost to suicide, mind you. So no, that's not the case for therapy. If he's indeed insane asylums, as rare as they are, still exist. He belongs in one, being locked up in it, if it's not a case for prison, and it should be. Just for the sharing of people, of children's fucking exploitation material. Jesus fucking Christ. What kind of friends did this guy make?
And I do think that you need to stop using Twitter and block him here and use this platform fully. That's not the problem. He's everywhere. He's on Blue Sky as well. And he's been watching me just by using an alt account or other people. Fortunately, he's here too. No matter where I block him, he keeps harassing my friends and I, even in my personal emails, which I have every single email that he sent me. He does need therapy, and I'm sorry you went through CSA. Nobody deserves that, and I still stand by that. Nobody deserves it. Nobody deserves that. And I did tell him that I did see that he was lying to him on telling him through the anonymous messages. Everything is true. There's more than 8 people against him. All of us are victims of him. I'm not my friend, but I do know her. She is a victim of him. To lie about something as serious as he has been doing would be disgusting. I would never lie about this, and I stand with that. That has been a thing with me for...
Funnily enough, Meowba is also aware of this stream, so she might be even watching it at some point. I do know that she liked the announcement for this particular stream. And I don't blame her for being like mildly interested in it, considering the guy also harassed Meowba. He flip-flopped on loving her and then disliking her and then back again. It's kind of difficult to explain without showing you guys stuff, but I will later on, so don't worry.
Forever. Nobody deserves what is happening here. And I would never lie about...
Yeah, Meowba did like the announcement for this stream.
Serious allegations like this. Never have, never will. I don't think you're lying, but I do think that if he has a distraction, maybe you and the rest of the victims can take a breather. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. He kept going on Twitter. Initially, I just thought he was a cute guy. I only partially knew of his thing, didn't know of the extent, but I do think he just needs someone to take his attention so you and your friends aren't harassed as much. And then I told him about people who have been trying to distract him, only to turn around and spy for him. I don't even know why the other screenshot's not here, but there is another screenshot that I could pull up if ever asked. He said as of yet on dating him after I told him everything going on. So Jace knew full well of the extent that Ryan has been harassing these CSA victims and the fact that he has child pornography, openly spread it, grooming 17-year-olds on Twitter. He knows all of that, yet he's still going to date him, quote unquote, as of yet, not dating him. So I blocked him. And these are all his DMs, just in case it's blown out of proportion. That's one of the people stalking my social media for him.
Ryan is a guy, he's a femboy. That's at least what he calls himself.
Another recent victim came out, and truth be told, you've already seen them before. This is the person who was told to forgive the predator because God would. This is that same person. She reached out to my boyfriend of all people, asking for help, and revealed that Ryan is once again grooming and now extorting minors. I don't know if you know me from what Coma has said or not. I've been having to stay friends with him because he has my personal info about me, and I don't want him to spread it if I make him upset. I'm really sorry. It doesn't make me happy either. So he's openly threatening this kid's information if she leaves him. That's what's happening there. Oh yeah, guess what? Because I put everything into this document, Ryan decided to dox my entire legal dead name and keeps threatening to dox my old address. The reason that he has this information is because of the DMCA takedowns that I was submitting when he was stealing shit. Not from my friend's content that I did on her behalf. This is when he was stealing my personal shit. For example, the character Roxy Gemstone that I created, the purple white wolf thing. But when you submit a DMCA, you're legally binded to put your legal information at that time of reporting. At that time, while I was going through a legal name change, my ID wasn't up to date yet. So I still had to put my old information there, such as the old name and my old address. That's why he has that information. And when you receive a legit DMCA or a cease and desist, you are legally bound to follow it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are legally bound to follow it. Which he has violated the cease and desists multiple times. I can go up to my Safe Creative account right now and show you those cease and desists. There is quite a handful of them. And he decided to create a fake one, which I'm pretty sure is illegal as well, making fake legal documents. And it was literally just, oh yeah, this is a cease and desist.
So yeah, you can add fraud and forgery to it too. The fraud concerning him trying to funnel funds from someone GoFundMe to his own account.
To stop talking about this person just because somebody else called them obese. 1, that's not my problem. 2, I never even said that. 3, you can't even spell correctly, therefore you know it is fake and bullshit. And 4, it's entirely a joke because it's not even a real document. This right here is evidence that he's been doxing my legal name, saying it as if it's going to upset me when it really just...
But again, this dude has done so much, but I guess... you know, the UK police is more concerned with catching people saying mean shit online on Facebook than taking a look at this shit.
Jose's throwing a baby tantrum once again on Twitter. When you put my older...
And I know this probably looks insane to them, because probably, you know, to normies, it looks like a bunch of cartoon characters fighting one another. But lo and behold, it is actually people being almost driven to suicide. There's child exploitation material being fucking shared every fucking where. And it's done by what looks like cartoon characters, so... yeah, fucking UK police.
Dress on the line, you're putting my family online as well. So you're grabbing people that aren't even involved into it again. The only reason I call him by his legal name online is because he literally said it as a social media name, thus making it public information. DMCAs, however, are not public. They are private emails. Cease and desist orders are usually physical.
Ryan is from the UK, and if he actually did what I think he did, he actually also listed his city name on the many posts that he has made online. I don't know if that's a real place where he's at, but he did list it. And he did also show where he apparently lives too, so, you know, there's that information.
Physical mail, but they can be digitally, but they're not public. So... my name and my address is not public information. You are doxing, which is illegal. Which shouldn't be a surprise to me that he's doing this, considering he's doxed my friend multiple times as well. And he's threatening to dox another child. So I don't even know why I'm surprised by it. Here, scrolling back up here with the past section. That's his name, Ryan. It's public.
He was apparently reported as, again, as Coma here has explained. But apparently nothing came of it, which is really fucking weird. I don't know what they did there, but even then, there's so much evidence, and there's more coming in, because the guy never stops doing what he's doing, that they should at least, you know, at least show some kind of fucking interest in this.
Information, therefore... he's not getting doxxed at all when I say his name, considering he put it as his own username. It's public information. Before we get into the clarifications, I just want to say that I literally just woke up today, not even 5 in the morning, and Ryan decided to label me as a predator once again, just because of an account that I don't even use, which is stated about in the clarification section. But I want to make a few things clear considering how frequent he likes to pull this out of his ass. Within the screenshots, he shows the account blocking people. In specifics, it's blocking my friends. Geez, and they call me the bad guy. Koma's so clearly loyal to the pedophile cult. Makes sense. People who go around incorrectly labeling people's child groomers are usually ones themselves. For some bizarre reason, Koma's blocking their own friends on their Gem Project Blue Sky account. A bit odd. What is it she doesn't want them to see? Number 1. The clarification section clears this up already. Number 2. My friends are blocked for the safety of exposure and to prevent them from remembering their past trauma. Is that a bad thing? Apparently to Ryan it is. And 3. If you even look at the card for it, it says straight up, it was an account brand that I used to track down online predator groups. However, people seek to impersonate me with this name, so I had to reactivate the brand for a period of time. This includes on Blue Sky to keep that name, and the only social media accounts are on that card.
And it's very likely the person that was impersonating Koma here was Ryan himself or Ryan's fucking buddies from the KVA. Which is... It boggles the fucking mind, because the guy was a part of it and also against it at the same time. It's like he tried to exonerate himself. Like that's gonna work. When you're donating to pedophiles and you're defending them every step of the way while working with them and sharing child exploitation material.
If it's not on that card, then it is not me. Here's the highlight. If you or a person know is being targeted and exploited by pedophiles, report it to CyberTip. But I'm a pedophile, apparently. Thanks to Ryan posting his quote-unquote trolling on stealing my shit, that's why it's even up to begin with. The Blue Sky was created for that very reason. So protecting myself and my friends makes me a predator? Let's check Ryan's hard drive first before accusing victims of being that he is, just for protecting themselves and their friends. Just wanted to add that in there before the clarification section. And now we're finally onto the clarification section, which is the last section in this document, clearing up allegations against me and my names. In context regarding a recent allegation against my old name, yes, I did use the name Meloba in the past, but decided to go for my main name, Koma, instead with my VTuber account. He instantly believed the people who impersonated me and began spreading it, hence this clarification. Regarding the Gem Project, which is what I just went over, I used to track down a group of pedophiles in the past labeled KVA in the screenshots. Said group has impersonated me multiple times in the past on Instagram, Amino, and multiple NSFW sites that I refuse to even name. I have posted my lists on the cards that are my real social media. 2 of them are archived accounts to prevent impersonation from happening again. And no, I am never giving the characters away. If you take one look at the bio, the entire card, you can see that it's to protect my own name, my friends, and other people. This entire time within the video, I haven't named my friend, and I'm still not going to. However, I will clear this up. Do I support her actions? No, I do not support her actions. I am friends with her for deeper reasons underneath that mask of satire and trolling to keep her away from the roaches that infest this internet. Like Ryan, for a prime example. I'm going to be a streamer for myself, not because someone I know is doing it. I could debunk everything here, however. Her actions are not my own to defend. That is her own battle to fight with. I only protect her from the harm, such as people like Ryan and KVA, not from the results of her own trolling. I'm not saying you absolutely at gunpoint need to believe me with all of this in the video. It is up to your interpretation. However, if you do support Ryan, stay far away from me, my friends, and my family, because I will find out if you hurt them because of this. The document is frequently updated if necessary. All screenshots and videos, just like this one, within the document are backed up in case Ryan tries to silence me, because I know full damn well he will try.
Alright, that's the video. Let me get the music back up and then we can take a closer look at the document about some things that were not elaborated upon or were not mentioned, because a lot of things happened since that video was made. I do believe that was from either October or November of last year, and since then Ryan has been up to no good still, and he's done a lot more. That's what actually put him in the spot this time around, because he decided to play Avenger go after lolicons when his history is that well known. So it's that fucking insane. So let me get the document up. All right. There's the document. Again, Koma is in the chat. If you guys have any questions regarding Ryan or anything that he's been engaged with, you can easily ask Koma herself. Koma easily knows a lot more about Ryan than I do. My whole research into Ryan is very cursory. I tried to learn as much as I could. Because, you know, people like this are highly interesting to me, and I do want to know how they operate. So other people can know about them and stay the fuck away and know how to actually spot predators like that. And it's not like Ryan keeps a low profile anyway on anything that he does. So again, if you want to learn more about the details with Ryan, you can always ask Koma in the chat about it. But yeah, that's the document. Here's his social medias. And he has a lot of them under very different names. There's the MewMew Usagi one, now also deactivated. He used to be Ryan Raid, deactivated. Everything's fucking deactivated. Escapes every single time he's called out on every single instance that he chances upon people that do actually know him. So that is his socials, but there's still more. So do not worry about that. So you can see there's Twitches, there's Coffees, there's Perks, there's his Steam, there's even his PlayStation account and Genshin Impact ID. The past, we've been through these screenshots about how he was Kabi Peach, and under this account he actually was spreading and threatening people with child exploitation material. The screenshot here only briefly was shown during the video, so let's read them fully. Kabi has Meow's nudes, by the way. Unban Kabi and Kabi won't leak them. He's, of course, talking about himself in fucking third person, like an annoying furry. Okay, you don't listen to Kabi. As I've told you before, Roman, you don't know what you're dealing with, so you can either be an adult about this or continue with your fucked up fantasy. Kabi is still bland. Kabi has to use picture too now. Kabi sent picture free now. Kabi shouldn't have done that. Kabi doesn't have problem with Jenna-san. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be nice to Kabi. Crying emoji. Retardation doesn't even describe the fucking how this person behaves. Here's that screenshot again where he admits to threatening people with CP. You sent CP to Momo. Momo not talking to you. I'm sorry, what? Oh, that was a little threat. I can do far worse. To give some context, the high-pitched voice is clearly Meow, describing the fucking exploitation material in detail. The one shouting and swearing is Eric Madison, and the voice that occasionally pops up here is someone who goes by the name of Taffy the Wolf, both part of the infamous evil KVA. Oh, and the other girl talking? That's Mochi. Yes, that Mochi. Isn't that funny? He was confronted multiple times and admitted not caring about CSA victims unless it was my friend. He then proceeded to tell another victim to forgive their abuser because God would. Also bonus, he donated money boosted to a pedophile server. Here's the boosting it in case you didn't see it. Naturally, they find that hilarious when it comes to anything negative. They'll take it as fan work. I know, right? Kabi Peach has just boosted the server. Let them have one, lol. No more. You just spent money on a pedo ring. Can you all just live together in harmony and peace instead of insulting each other in videos. Jesus Christ. God teaches us to forgive our enemies, like I have. I do think pedophiles used to get stoned. Not forgiven. Here's him stealing music. Again, with the avalanche of things he has done, this is probably the least egregious, you know, stealing shit, compared to spreading child exploitation material is minor. Fuck, is a minor crime compared to fucking this. He called a 13-year-old a whore just because they edited a public community wiki page. Imagine calling a 13-year-old a whore. I didn't give you permission to change it. It's not your wiki. It's not your life. Stop butting in. It's not okay to harass someone. Saki liked to edit my fucking page without permission because she's a silly whore. Kabi has proven Peachy is Meowba, but obviously she is easily manipulated by her parent friends. Nutcase. Stalking, doxing, impersonation, theft, shaming, suicide and self-harm victims, grooming and supporting genocide theft. All of these were already covered in the video. In much detail. A lot of these are again from his socials that were they're closed down. There's a TikTok. There's his Twitter, also defunct now. Here's him talking about Meowba. We'll be talking about Meowba a little later on as well. Here's those screenshots where he proclaimed that Koma is missing the pedophile ring, which was KVA. Here's another part of this. Again, the document is now pinned in the chat. You can look at this at your leisure, and I do recommend to spread it to as many people as you can, so you know shit like this happens less frequently. I know it fucking won't, because that's how the fucking internet is. People are gonna get groomed on Discords and any other fucking place without any moderation anyway. Here's that conversation with Jace that was his apparent friend. There's the gem project thing that was already explained. Again, all of this was in the video, the previous video. And again, when Ryan is called out on a lot of shit, he just blocks people or denies it. Sometimes he says that he did wrong, but he never mentions actually what he did wrong. You're gonna see all of that, because I have screenshots of my own. Here's Ryan blackmailing the 15-year-old again. So Ryan was blackmailing a 15-year-old and even confessed calling KVA a pedophile ring as his allies, despite his call, just say the word and I destroy them. Here's Ryan not only lying about trying to change for the 30th time, but doubling down and contacting a pedophile. Krayui is a friend of Nora the Wolf, a child predator. Ryan knows this full well of this. And here's new things that happened in December. Back to the most important at hand. Yesterday, December 6, 2024, Even tried to contact Rin on Steam of all places, trying to get them again after being exposed for what he has done. Recently, Rin has been going through drama regarding someone named Pinterest-chan. While not going to touch on that, Ryan tried to insert himself into the situation again. First of all, this is real life, not some Smash Bros game where you can respond like nothing happened. Wake up, you're not involved in anything and never will be. You're trying to help, only harm the victims or even more. Stop trying. You are not sorry, you're only sorry you got caught. You only care about her safety, not because you hurt her or want to clean up your mess you made. Let me tell you, you can. Not erase what you have done. After Rin's friends attacked him for understanding reasons, he tweets this out. The messages seem to be stay out of it. Very well. I may have gone backwards a bit today. Need to stop trying to get involved in stuff that has nothing to do with the mission. The guy thinks he's some kind of crusader, a righteous crusader that's gonna save and fix things. You think you want a mission so bad? Get off the internet for good and leave the victims of Crystalli, Nora, Kivie, everyone alone. You're not some all-seeing savior. You're a human 24-year-old man who grooms minors and sees any woman on the internet as some sort of damsel in distress for you to harass. Notice how the only people who put up with you are the victims speaking against you or pedophiles themselves. Think for a moment of what you are really doing. Another friend of mine named Zomblush recently needs help with commissions. I'm sure people have been seeing most people about it as well. Talk with Nilsi about it on stream of his. Want to know what else? I was talking about it with Nil. Ryan not only stole Zom and Mooney Bean's video form from them, he also made a GoFundMe that was directed to himself and only labeled in Zom's name. He was profiting of victims' misfortune, so Neil Ashcroft and I did a live stream against him that I will be linking here. That video I was trying to check out was privated, however. Ryan took down the video and the GoFundMe after getting called out. So, as I was saying, fraud on top of everything as well. Alright, I took the video down. She wasn't happy that I re-uploaded it without her permission. It took matters into my own hands like I always do. My apologies. I wanted to help her, but knew I'd never get permission to use the video, so I just used it anyway. That wasn't right. But I can promise you, I wasn't some evil money laundering scheme. It was all going to go to her. But I suppose I'm already on thin ice with the people. This wasn't the right way to go about healing that. So I'll send over what I already promised on the date specified, and then I leave it at that. This isn't part of my mission anyway. Just wanted to be nice. Motherfucker. Jesus Christ. There was no thin ice. When it was broken over 3 years ago. You want to help? Get off the internet. Leave everyone alone. You are 24 years old. Get a real job before you say, oh well, you're just as bad. I do have a job. I'm a secretary. The only reason I'm even trying to be in Koma's good books is because she's friends with Meow. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't care what she said about me. If fulfilling my purpose means I have to deal with her incompetence, so be it. Whether she is my ally or not, I will help. Imagine the arrogance of all the shit that you did, and you still think you have the higher moral ground on everything. I'm gonna help, despite you. And to spite you, I guess, at the same time. So you don't care what you actively hurting kids, yet preaching the opposite. None of what I've been fighting you has been ever going through your head at all. You do not care about Miauba or any other victims. You just want to be a hero of your delusions. She's not going to fuck you. Nobody is. Unless you're going to kill me, Koma, which I know you don't have the guts to do. Me healing didn't mean me stopping, and you should never have assumed that. Only once my promise to Tessa has been fulfilled will I leave you. I must protect you. You have any complaints, direct them to the bearer of my promise. What a hero. It's not about having the guts to do so, it's the expenses. The promise you made to someone you were harassing to begin with is the exact one I made to KVA and Cristalli victims. Key difference, Ryan Raid, is that I have actually been working. I'm only speaking on it now so you can't. I'm speaking on it because if the law hasn't given shit for the past 6 years I have been doing this, I'm not letting any of that evidence go in vain. And I will have the world knowing the truth about you. The KVA, everyone, anyone who dares to hurt these poor people. Because once you put yourself on the pedestal of lies. A crown of thorns to feed your own arrogance. And then he just goes off petty shit. Like, of course, Koma likes AI crap. Like, you know, means shit compared to the shit that he did. Because, you know, it's not like Ryan himself that doesn't use AI shit himself. And then Ryan false flagged the video on December 8th. Ryan false flagged the video because he's mad he's getting exposed for what he's doing. Newsflash, Ryan, everyone involved has reposted, archived it everywhere. You can't hide what you have done no matter how much you try. And mind you, I do believe Ryan might also go after this stream. But do not worry, this is gonna be archived as well, and it's also gonna be shared around too. Along with all of these documents that have been made through all of these fucking months and years. So, no matter what Ryan does, that shit is gonna get spread like wildfire anyway. After his attempt to silence the victims failed, Ryan changed his Twitter name again to MewMew Usagi. And that's how most of people have known him before he ran away again. And created an alt called KVA Exposures. He's attempting to expose a pedophile cult he actively helps and is friends with, which is very hypocritical. December 10th, 2024. Ryan went private on Twitter for not even a few hours. However, on Blue Sky, he said this. I need to go away for a while. You'll understand why soon enough, but I must go do some things for myself. That is what I've been advised by the person I've been speaking with for the past few hours. Not even a few hours later, he's once again profiting of victims' misfortune. He links this fucking coffee. Before you say, but this will go into your account, it kinda has to. Unfortunately, the ability to have automatically go into their account isn't possible yet. But rest assured, it will go to the right people, and just links his fucking coffee there. I'm gonna making a video on Zone Blash's situation, a video that is made by me, and isn't me just downloading her on the and re-uploading it. That wasn't appropriate. Nope, it'll be an original made by MewMew video. Like a fucking brand of quality, that. Zoneblash has clearly stated they wanted to be left alone completely. Plus, if Ryan actually cares, he would pay off his own pocket, not from other people's donations. December 14th, 2024. So my friend Neil Ashcroft reached out to Ryan personally, and Ryan was told to fuck off or shit will hit the fan for him. Ryan took his I'm going on a hiatus, but I'm not at the same time. In approximately 5 hours, I will be posting my going away message. It will be quite lengthy, so I hope you enjoy literature. There is one place I will still be active during my hiatus, and that's Discord, where he grooms minors. Feel free to add me there if you wish. So I have like server admin duties I'll still have to do. In short, Ryan isn't going to change. Obviously, is only sorry he got caught grooming kids, and is just going to continue. I will be posting his little goodbye message here as well. Let's read that shit. Hello, I am MewMew. I am going away in 2022. I entered the Meowba community in a way that was unexpected. Neither did I do so thinking I would be here for this long. I joined because my primary objective was to get rid of some stuck-up girl and did what she did for no reason. That was that was never the case. I sort of wish I knew that from the beginning, because then I most probably wouldn't have done any of the things I did for her. I did to her. Leaking of information, abusing my knowledge of said information, the inappropriate gift sending, the working with doxers, the working with KVA, the mocking of her parents, the threatening of her pet. It's like a laundry fucking list. What a guy. By the time I found the truth about Miauba and the other victims of Crystalli, I was already too late. I created all of these characters, Cubby Peach, Mango the Wolf, distorted Femboy, e.g., but the truth is, I had lost sight of what is meant to be Ryan Raid. I lost sight of how to be me. I became sworn by greed and obsession. And while yes, I do love her with all my heart, the action I took to not convey love in any way, I hurt her, and I'm very sorry, and I genuinely mean that. I will be leaving and stay away for 6 months, and while a certain person may think I'm lying, I'm not. I'm a genuine thing I will be doing with monthly updates on my mental health progress. To that person, learn to have faith in those who genuinely wish to change. Not everything revolves around you. Like, how dare you not accept me changing, you piece of shit. How dare you be narcissistic while I am being narcissistic. This fucking guy, I swear. I have a list of people who will be helping out if they wish me to. Deal with financial support, dealing with idiots, or if they just need to vent. Come vent me, the well-known groomer. My Discord is always open to you. While I'm gone, I'll be trying to help those people. I will be active on Discord too, because I have to be server admin purposes. There will be monthly updates on Twitter on the 15th of each month, just to update people on what's happening. When I return, I hope to be a completely different person. Someone who is able to be trusted by you all. Someone who will not be selfish and make everything about me. The hiatus is required. It is no longer a choice. Thank you. I will be leaving at 12 AM UK time. You never acknowledge the pedophilia what you have done to everyone else. You have never apologized. It's not always about you. Never said it was. This is about the victims you have been hurting for the past 2 to 3 years. I just happen to be one of them. I'll be on Discord and give updates, so you're not actually taking a break. If you actually did, you would be completely 100% off the internet and not show any sign of activity at all. You clearly don't care enough. You think being active counts as being inactive. Just leave in general. And guess what? He's returned very soon as well. December 15th, 2024. Hasn't even been a day and he's already caved in. My point has been made. In approximately 5 hours I'll be posting my going away message. It will be quite lengthy and I hope you enjoy literature. I am supposed to be on my break, but I said this. Mongirl is continuing to mock people in my telonym. Appears to be targeting Rin/Ina now. My notifications for the app have now been disabled and I will be for the duration of my leave. That's all I say on the matter now. He officially caved in and stopped his fake hiatus and it wasn't even a few hours. He went on a fit over nothing and outed himself again. Don't pull her address in my telonyms, quote, proceeds to post Cecilia's personal info. Yes, I know, I was wrong to do, but didn't she kinda do it to me first? No, Ryan, I never posted your information on Twitter for the world to see. You actually set your address as your SoundCloud location, had your username as your legal name, and posted your face multiple times, including last week. It's malicious compliance. More evidence he's actively talking to pedophiles. Isn't capable of change. People have no idea of things I do for you all day. So tell me, how is the Philippines? Hazel, how are you? You think coma was a problem? I'm far worse. Do you miss me, Hazel? You have 2 options, okay? You leave the internet, take your disgusting friends with you, or send your information to Pambosang Pulsia, NG Filipinas. The reason I didn't censor anything is because while he believes that's her information, it's 100% not. Stop doxing random people because they were used for catfishing. I've updated the past section as well, December 16th. Feel free to look at the fact he called a 13-year-old a whore for editing a community page. We've been through that one already. He also decided to invalidate every single other victim because they aren't the famous one. Tell me, Ryan, if she didn't want you gone, why did she openly vouch and celebrate me, contacting the FBI on you? If only I'll ever go, if she's the one to tell me to. The only person we'll ever listen to is Peachy, alright? I'm calling the FBI on Ryan. And Meow answers Meowba. You know what this means, Ryan? Get off the internet. Stay away from kids and women. You're a hazard to humanity. December 28, 2024. Upcoming video where a voice call was held against Ryan via Ashcroft. Ina and I for what he's been up to this time. Koma rolling for Genshin character, whose name sounds like his. Okay, but what's new? Clearly someone has attachment issues with groomers. Why else would she be preventing me from getting rid of them? What a piece of shit. He's talking about Genshin Impact character named Citlali, who hasn't even released yet. The pedophile he's talking about and has been delusionally yapping about for weeks straight is Cristali, David Alejandro Pascal Argueta. He also decided to say, oh, her name sounds like Lolly, so I won't be pulling you. Ryan, you're the one who's linking a Genshin Impact character to pedophilia like this. You're projecting onto your own victims again. Even worse, he straight up has zero regrets for grooming minors and sending around child porn. In fact, it was considered trolling to him. I don't care about Cristali's victims. I did for a while, but why should I care for people who have no care for me? You're not the only one with a dark past, but only yours matters? After a while, I stopped giving shit. I just lead you on. You've been part of a social experiment, do you know that? And now the world will have the opportunity to mock you for your stupidity. The only truth to anything I've ever said was my love for Meowba. That's why I ever happened. That's why I ever appeared. So, chat, as a social experiment, he's gonna send CP to people. As a social experiment, he's gonna harass people almost to the brink of fucking suicide. As a social experiment. 24-year-old pedophile acting like this, by the way. Good morning, Mewlings. It's 4:53 a.m. Did I sleep? You know I didn't. Don't ask Bacana questions, Nani. You want me to sleep? Okay, senpai. Maybe today. Him with a fucking Madoka avatar, pretending to be Meowba again because Meowba very often is seen with a fucking Madoka avatar. Yeah, cause teaming up with other pedophiles would definitely give you someone the idea you're harassing and blackmail me, so I'm gonna be friends with you. So my team will be Mongirl, Alex, Deluige, Avi, Kayui, me obviously. I await your roster. By the way, KVA members of the pedophile ring, he's listing there. This, think of this as a plot of Captain America Civil War. I still genuinely care about you all, but perhaps I just have to show you my capabilities by carrying out an actual conflict against you. I never seen a chuny statement such as this. This is the most Reddit thing he has said so far. Ryan knows I'm a victim of all of these people too, which makes it even worse for him. January 3. Yup, Happy New Year, but remove the happy because Ryan is still at it. Not only is he stalking me, but now trying to wear victim skin by suddenly liking whatever they like, which is creepy as hell. New clarification. I told Ryan to stay away from my boyfriend. He did not listen, and I was trying to make it look I don't care about him. Koma seems to lack empathy for people because what kind of sick response is that? You're supposed to prevent him doing it, not plan for when he does it, like WTF. Whose messages was helpful to someone threatening suicide? I do not wish for you to feel this way. We don't see eye to eye, but if you ever need to talk about stuff man to man, I'll be there, okay? But don't let the demons win, because think about it. Who will be hurt the most? She needs you, buddy. Fight back. Fight the demons back. Like, imagine going to fucking someone's boyfriend, the person that you harassed for years at this point, and telling that person, yeah, buddy, I may be part of the cause why you're feeling that way, but hang on, buddy. You'll be alright. Fight those demons, okay? Holy shit, man. No, oh, please don't do that. She has a big future ahead of you. She was just like, never mind, can I put you in a box? Piece of shit. Taichi and I talk about his struggles in person through SMS. There is no need to talk about them in public, given that will dox the both of us. What I said, I meant if you die, I'm going to keep loving you, like a family members do for their loved ones, the same way. I mean, no way did I say I did not care. Cite the first point as well. Ryan, you do not actually care and all of your victims know. You are deliberately contacting my brother saying things like, let's discuss things alone. And now trying to drive us apart once again via defamation. Did you know... like, imagine contacting again the boyfriend that, you know, is feeling very, very down on his mental health. And telling him that his girlfriend wants him fucking dead. That's the spin that he went with. Like, piece of shit is not even, you know, is not even an accurate description at this point. There's so many epithets that could be added to this person. Retarded is, of course, one of them, too. Exposing other predators while you refuse to even acknowledge your victims and the fact you groomed and extorted Meyer, as well as sharing CP. You are a hypocrite. Journey for Ryan at this point, just say you are a KVA member, Ryan. You know what you are doing. Just put it in there. On his fucking blue sky. Leader of the KVA. Keep Valdrogs away. He bailed Twitter after he went private and tried to make some RS files on me so he would stalk me on Discord. So I just posted the document and a few screenshots which made him leave Twitter for 30th time. I'll give him not even a week to reactivate. He can't leave people alone. January 21st. We're getting close to the current date. I was lazy and didn't bother updating the document, so here you go. He reactivated not even a few hours after. Still stalking people, still trying to insert himself into things that he's not not his business. Ableism, calling the pedo ring he hates so much as his friends just for information. And this is how people have known him for the last few days. Again, you wish to question me? Come to me on Discord server and do it. Don't hide behind your Twitter account. You are not brave. You are not courageous. You are a scared little girl with multiple people in your head. You cannot prevent the inevitable. I was talking to pedos because you're traumatized. Okay, buddy. And he says, I was tracking information, lol. That's how I was in that server. Sit down, shut up, and learn how a professional does shit. Holy fuck. I need a fucking drink for this. Hold on. You know all this sick art is wrong, but you yet praise this behavior of hers. You are a creep, Cecilia. You should not be allowed her to continue this damn meow bullshit. You're not children anymore. Jenna should be acting like an adult. Two consenting adults joking with each other? How fucking dare they? Like, Ryan didn't consent to you fucking having a flirt online. How fucking dare you flirt? How dare you flirt online when Ryan is not involved? Look, just you have to listen to this. Like, just listen like of this guy like presents himself, because it's just it's fantastic. Like, Ivy is a gullible whore who is easily tricked into giving out information. LOL. I have infiltrated the enemy base. Now I will have the answers I need. My suggestion is you go with the flow. Oh, did MewMew use a bad word? Though I'm tired of pretending to be some nice soft guy. Ivy is a gullible whore who is easily tricked into giving out info. LOL. Referring to pedophile as his friend, only to shit talk on Twitter at the same time, thinking that it'll make him look good. By the way, Ryan, they proceeded to ban you from their server and mocked you. There's the Discord thing. I need to enlarge it. Hold up. And there he is. Good day, my friends. I have come to simply ask a few questions, if you don't mind. Not the case. And then he wrote another small manifesto. Dear all these concerns, 2 years ago I appeared out of the blue. From the start I have nothing but trouble to you all. I joined with the intention of warning people of something that wasn't going at the time regarding Meowba's doxers and the KVA. A joint operation where the leader, Avi, distributed CP of Meow to one of those doxers who in turn distributed it to third parties. I wanted to warn Meowba and R3D, Momo, of this operation, so I joined Meow's server, which was called the Kawaii Corner back then. I was told that talking to either one of them wouldn't be simple, since I had just joined and was considered what they call a random. So I did some crazy and got myself banned. I then assured that Momo wouldn't believe me since I just been banned. So I confronted Avi and she sent me the images. The intention was to use them as evidence of the origin, but unfortunately my mind went blank because I knew that whatever the reason for having them was, it still wasn't acceptable. I sent Momo the first image without the rest of the context, and I knew it was then too late then to explain myself. Oopsie! I've sent someone child's exploitation material. I did a boo-boo. I did a little boo-boo. I was besides myself. And emotions took over. And then, as I was very emotional, I just sent someone a little bit of child exploitation material. I don't know what kind of dumbass would have to believe this. I'm not sure why I continued after that, but I pretended the ban was the motive for doing it. But it was never was, as I got banned on purpose. I didn't know what I was doing. I was temporarily fucking insane, I guess. I am deeply sorry for everything being in possession of those images. I hated having them as soon as the conversation ended. They were immediately deleted. I met Cecilia shortly after this, and despite the fact that she knew of my actions, she told me the full truth of Meowba's past. I abused this information in my pursuit to fix something I never had. Okay, this is the continuation. I abused this information in pursuit to fix something I never had anything to do with. Cecilia tried to give me so many chances to redeem myself, and I just failed her each time. I insulted her and her wishes to become a VTuber. I insulted her attempt, which I have heavily contributed to. I insulted her partner who I knew nothing about. I am sorry, Cecilia, that I have done these things to you. They are inexcusable and I should know better to make personal attacks on you. Especially when you do have the same wishes for Meowba as I do. I came across Rin/Ina, who was known by her different name back then. When I mocked her past, telling her she should have forgiven Cristalli because God would, even though I know that's false, not even God would forgive him. I should have never told you to forgive your groomer like that. Recently, Rin messaged me and we were talking for a bit. It would seem that I may not have understood what the interaction was uncomfortable for her. I believe that because of her age, she was the most vulnerable from the KVA. I believe they would take advantage of her age. So yes, I admit I was prioritizing her for a bit. There's that fucking savior complex of his going haywire again. He has to be the fucking hero of his own story. I understand that's not an appropriate thing to be doing. I'm sorry in that I scared you with my persistence. It was never my intention. Caden, Neil, Ashcroft, whichever name you wish me to use, I consider you like a mentor. I failed to listen to even you. I disregarded your advice. And for a short amount of time, I foolishly believed the lies of Mystic Mongrel. And to make it worse, I mocked your eating habit. I should have given you support. Support with it like you supported. Where did I end up? Like you supported me with my issues. I'm sorry for messing around the way I did. You took time out of your break to help me. And this is how I repaid you. Momo, you're one of Meow's best friends. And for that I will always have my respect. But what I did to you on that day was beyond evil. I am ashamed to have sent you those images. My reasons for doing so don't make it any better. I was still unacceptable to do. I would understand if you are unable to forgive me. I wouldn't forgive me either. Except when he does. But know that I will do whatever it takes to right the wrong I committed. Meow, I don't know what I was thinking of getting involved with any of this. I saw a girl in need. A vulnerable girl with a past that I still am unable to comprehend. I regret all the things I have ever done to you. I have no way to word it without embarrassing you or myself. I am extremely fond of you, but I'm afraid I can't explain why. My actions, I don't even prove that my words are genuine. I threatened your pet and made your family and you hate me, which is understandable. I spared your images, still wrong regardless of my intentions. I bought you things and had them delivered to your house, which I know made you extremely uncomfortable. I pulled that stupid pizza stunt on you. For each and every one of those things I have done, I am deeply sorry for the battle of my heart. I feel so much guilt and regret that nothing I could say fully express it. Jesus Christ. Meow, I don't know what I was thinking getting involved with any of this. I saw a girl in need. Where did I leave off? I am deeply sorry for the bottom of my heart. I feel so much guilt and regret that nothing I could say fully expresses it. I am supposed to show you love because that's what I keep saying I feel. I have nothing to show for it. I'm just a fraud. I have to try harder. Do better to be a normal human being for once. I must do better for you, Meow. Guy really thinks that if he's gonna flagellate himself in front of a crowd, that's gonna change what he fucking did. Too wrong didn't treat, sorry I got caught. I claim to have good intentions when evidence shows otherwise. Targeted a 15-year-old because she was vulnerable. Aren't you overweight? Aren't you a girl? I do not hit women. That's a coward's action. I only harass them to suicide. I do not personally attack women physically, but harassing them endlessly for years, that's a little bit more in my ballpark, I guess. Of course I wish to be a VTuber, but MewMew Usagi is also a construct of my mind. He's a symbol of confidence. He's an alter ego of my own design. Sadly took over life, and he's all you have seen for 2 years. I do not wish to him to be the one anyone. I wish to show you who I am in the real world. A person in reality has severe anxiety. Someone who hates talking to strangers actually avoids doing so. In truth, me and Jenna are quite similar. I don't have OSDD or DID, but I suppose you could say MewMew Usagi has been fronting for long enough. I think it's time for the real me to take over for a bit. This character has taken over my life. My decisions were based on the personality I created for him. So, as a fun thing, chat, Mr. Ryan Raid has made a character that sends child exploitation material to minors, that harasses and grooms minors, that harasses random people, especially women, endlessly. All as a joke. All as a joke, chat. As a little funny bit, he just put on a character But now the real him comes out. It's like he's reborn. He's like a beautiful fucking butterfly. Like a beautiful obese butterfly coming out of his cocoon to meet you all. Yes, it's just a prank, bro. Don't you have a sense of humor? Jesus fucking Christ. Ryan, you're not blaming your disgusting actions on the internet persona. You're also not using the term fronting to make yourself look better. Only systems are used to that term. A username / persona is not the same as literal dissociative disorder. You're clearly aware you do not have those, so stop trying to claim the terms of them. New clarification drop. Ryan was told information regarding CSA victims he should not have known for obvious reasons. One of the responses from this is claiming, I am a pedophile for seeing explicit images. Cecilia, you've made your point, I think. Yeah, I am such and such, but I mean, according to Caden, you also had the images at what point, but you like to flex like, oh, look at me. Got away with it, and now in Meow's friends. La-di blah blah da. Yeah, hypocrite, Cecilia. I am one too. If if I am a pedophile, you're a pedophile too. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, wild. That being said, I do remember what was sent there, and I meant screenshots of the information, not that. However, I will continue to look past it because I do know you have good intentions. However, due to my loss of belief in the absolution of neutrality, I cannot lie where I can remember. I already clarified to Ryan that the dipstick that you're not a pred / pedo. You were stupid in 2021, but not going after any kids. If he decides to try and go that route, he's going to need to try and actually have substantial proof he wants to say it. The victims sent them DMs, and I was direct to their mother immediately. While I have seen it, I have never explicitly owned it myself. There's a huge difference between witnessing the crime and getting away from / reporting versus explicitly saving the images knowing the content. Nice try, Ryan. Also, another key difference between Ryan and everyone else in this situation is while Ashcroft and I constantly own up to what you have done, clarify in full honesty if not. Ryan time and time again continues to repeat his crimes against minors. And that's where the document ends for the time being. But for right now, chat, we have to go into something that was omitted for a very long time. What in the ungodly fucking name is the KVA? Well, brief explanation, chat. Let's take a look what the fucking KVA is. Because you need to understand what the fucking KVA is. And why this cult, because it's very easy to call them a cult, because that's probably what they could be classified as. And who it actually involves. Brief explanation. So, there was once this person called Jade, formerly known as Cristalli and Zafiro. Valdrox, also known as his real name David Alejandro Pascal Argenta, is a Guatemalan YouTube user, animator, and artist who is partially known in the animation meme community. He is very controversial, to fucking say the least, within the community, and the majority of members inculpating his actions of regularly tracing, replicating artwork and animations of creators, and namely Rosali, Selmaru, etc. That's, that's not that important. What is important is his controversies. Let's go through them. Demeanor towards younger female fans. Jade was publicly accused by multiple underage girls of soliciting nudes and sending them porn. In addition to that, he frequently claimed to be a girl in order to draw in younger female viewers. Tracing. He traced other users' artwork and claimed it as his own, sometimes using his stolen artwork as the basis for pornographic content. Threats. He frequently threatened people who worked for him, including the voice actresses for his characters. These threats often consisted of physical violence, such as when he boldly stated he coldly told one of his actresses that he was going to fix up some papers and leave his country to come and find her. Feud with Nani. Some of the time before his arrest, he threatened to put up a false copyright claim against the video uploaded to YouTube by Nani. That was critical of him, unless she removed all his videos she made about him and made a public apology. Having already two strikes against his channel, both of them false claims placed by Jade, getting another one would have caused her channel to be taken down by YouTube. Since his arrest in 2019, Nani filed counterclaims against both strikes and has put against her channel and had them removed. So you might be wondering, why the fuck was this guy arrested? Like, what's the story behind that? Well, there it fucking is. Child pornography arrest. Trial in incarceration. In April 11, 2019, David Argenta was arrested for obtaining child pornography, then selling it and then posting it online. Was released on bail 2 days after paying 3,000 quetzales, equivalent of about $400 US. And his trial date was set for September before being delayed. In the meantime, he was prohibited from using any device that could access the internet. David's trial finally began on December 11, 2019, and he's officially facing charges of possession of child pornography obtained under aggravated circumstances. The legal proceedings are ongoing. In August 2020, he was sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in fucking prison. That's what the KVA is about. But what the KVA actually is this. Here's a little tidbit about Avi, the leader of the KVA. Avi is the leader of the KVA. Keep Valdrox alive. The name was chosen after Cristali's original username, Valdrox, which is Mr. David, the person that was sentenced for distributing and selling child pornography. KVA started as a small group on the app Amino, where they would praise the infamous YouTube pedophile Cristali after his arrest in April 2020. It is unknown if the group had formed beforehand, but the main premise of the group was, as the name says, keep the Valdrox, Cristali's legacy alive. Nobody knows why she's so dedicated to it, as Valdrox blocked her everywhere, calling her a stalker freak before he got arrested. Avi's obsession with him is so extreme it made even him uncomfortable. Avi's OC, Citrine or Citri, is a fox or wolf. Her fur is mostly orange, but has spots where her fur is brown and pink. Her eyes are slightly dark pink, and her hair is an orange tinted coral. She wears many different things, but her main outfit is a light brown tee, with a slightly lighter colored heart in the middle. She has one pink collar which has a bell on it, and a dark, desaturated pink shirt, because I guess that's very important. Describe the predator stalkers fucking OC. That's some priorities on this wiki. Avi is one of the only members of KVA that surprisingly to have opted for drawing her own art, which is quite surprising for someone like her. But she still does trace on her Cherry Wolf Bun account. She acts like she drew the traced pieces. Currently, she resides on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube as Snowy Citrix. She is very fast to defend pedophiles like Neville is Dead, Nora the Wolf, Crystal the Wolf. A lot of the wolf in those names, if you like to notice that particular detail, chat. I wonder why the fuck that is. It really makes you think. Why would all of these people have the wolf or have furry OCs as their avatars online? It really makes you fucking think. She will blame the victims every time. She was Ariane's not safe for work years ago. Admitted it was her who encouraged Nora the Wolf to draw porn of Memmer Shade just because Memmer called him out. She encouraged others to harass Mimer by drawing porn of her auntie Nora OC. Arya even encouraged them to age Arya down for the porn. Avi is Strawberry's best friend, gives Strawberry more privileges than other KVA members because of it. Avi was caught admitting she seeks out other fans of Crystali who aren't aware of his wrongdoings, manipulating them into joining KVA. She will say vile things like the victims asked for it. This last part is wholly and completely fucking unnecessary, but I'll read it anyway. Avi's art is cute, has potential to improve, but she still traces and encourages stealing paid for adopts with her tag adopt don't shop. She decides artists who do not commissions adopts are scammers. The tag was stolen from the tag used for promoting adopting rescue animals rather than buy from the breeders. You know, this person might be a child predator obsessed fucking freak, but her art is cute and has potential to improve. Fuck all of these people. Holy moly. You know, she might be a fucking another fucking child predator, but it's fucking cute, I guess. Has potential to improve. But yeah, that's the fucking KVA for you. It's truly fucking something, this rabbit hole, isn't it? And it's just because one retard decided to go after lolicons. And this is the whole thing that gets opened up to me and to everybody else. Just fucking imagine. That's the KVA chat, but there's fucking more. There's more. There's Mr. MewMew Usagi's whole Twitter presence before he decided to deactivate. Let's look at some of these before we go and do a little bit more with the arcs that are still left to go through. This is something I already went through. I'm not gonna read all of this because a lot of the time the shit that the guy writes just reads as so fucking mentally ill that it just rots my brain. I'm already kind of resistant to all of this shit, considering what I do as a hobby. But still, you have to understand that sometimes this is a little bit too much for me as well. But yeah, upon having been outed as a predator, he goes into full-on defense mode. And people decide to add him and link him to the document where he's the star. At MewMew Usagi, thought you might be interested. I already know the truth. Why do you need my opinion? Don't you think I already feel guilty enough? I wish to redeem myself. Those things, however, I just ask for peace to do so. There is no road to redemption for predators. You will forever live with the fact you're a predator, and you will be constantly reminded. And then he decided to use somebody else's words to defend himself and said, "Okay, I'll place this here then for you." It's disappointment at this point, but nothing else really. Again, I made up with those who took advantage of myself. Just please don't do that again, okay? That's low-key fucked. And yes, Mongrel did ask for the images. And Zero gave a clothed one with the censor bars, luckily. Well, basically my situation is similar. Celia even once did the same, and I had to forgive herself for it because I know her intentions were well. What is this supposed to prove? A predator is a predator, full stop, and then he has a whole fucking meltdown in several tweets. It also proves you're siding with someone who was one, who is now friends with the same bunch of people. This talk of being unable to redeem myself is flawed. Now if you have nothing nice to say nothing. I am no longer scared to admit my errors, and if I lose a ton of followers for doing so, then that is the consequence I will accept. I just made excuses for far too long, so please, whatever you say in retaliation, I will not bother me. For I have deserved it anyway. But do not dare to say the redemption is impossible, because it is. It isn't. I may never be forgiven, but has never been what I seek. I simply wish to prove myself to be a good person in the present and into the future. It's only through the generosity of a man, me and Cecilia both know, that I have realized that enough is enough and must take ownership of responsibility for that what is in that document. Whether my intentions were good or not, I still shouldn't have happened. What a brave hero you are, Ryan. Taking accountability for everything that you have done. Like, brings a little tear to my eye, just rolling down my cheek. And even if that was true, scars are only skin deep. Trauma is far worse. Scar not an excuse for me doing anything else in that document. The only thing I am a victim of is myself. I fucked up bad, and bad is a major understatement. I regret it all. Fixes will be tough. Kaden believes that I can. I just haven't been showing any evidence of me even trying. But as I stated the other day, the mask comes off. I cannot continue to run from all of this. So go ahead. I see there's a few hundred of you here. Ask me whatever you wish. I answered any questions Kaden had for me, and I will give you the same respect. But be wise, as some of my answers may scare you, but it will be the truth. Ah, silence. Assuming you didn't expect me spit all that at you, did you? The essay doesn't change anything, Predator. As you can see, people didn't buy his shit. And you know what's funny? When that particular document that Koma has written was linked to him and was linked in one of his threads, he actually hid that. He hid that shit as a reply. And then he has the fucking bollocks, because we're using British lingo here, to you know, go on his arc thinking that he's gonna get an upper hand against fucking lolicons. MewMew versus Usagi versus the lolicons. What a fun time. They found me to put the spotlight on instead of themselves. Very nice, to be honest. I have no issues dealing with a community of pro shippers. Dealing with weirdos like this is literally on my resume. You know, I may have threatened people with child sexual exploitation material. I may have spread it around. I may have threatened women. But those fucking pro shippers, these fucking lolicons, they're the bad ones. Garbage. And then he goes into full defense mode. Cecilia, I've made your point, I think. Yeah, I'm such and such. I mean, according to Kaden, you also had the image at that point. But you like to flex like, oh, look at me, I got away with it. And now it meows, friend, la-di-la-di-la. You are an hypocrite, Cecilia. I am one too. We are all hypocrites, but you are being unfair. I know the truth about Deluige now and his blackmailing tactics. And to be honest, I could never be blackmailed by him because he has nothing on me. He is defenseless against me because he has no way of scaring me. What you're reading about me is largely correct. I'm not scared anymore to admit it. I'm not scared anymore to try to fix it. So please, give yourself a pat on the back and here's your fucking gold star. But redemption has always been an option. At least I'm trying. He's trying by blaming other fucking people for his own actions. Like, remember, just a minute ago I was reading how he admits to everything. And he's taking accountability for all of his actions. And the next few hours later, he goes, yeah, I may be this and that, but this person is also like that. While, you know, trying to say that that person is also forgiven at the same time. Ooh. Insanity. Kaden says Deluige doesn't see me as a threat, which is incredibly amusing. Even without the character construct, I know my abilities. He really should fear me. There is no information of imagery of me that he could use as blackmail. So don't you just send me in? Like, Settle the fuck down, Sonic fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. All your powers are gonna come out. This meltdown is fucking hilarious. Everything I said I would do, I eventually did, but you're downplaying my redemption plan as if I'm making it up. I don't fucking lose. Please learn this. I didn't lose before any of this, and I'm still here now. Despite all of your efforts, Cecilia, I'm still winning here. Give up. He's like, what was the fucking actor's name that was like, I'm winning, like, and he was a meme many years ago. Chevy was not that wasn't Chevy Chase, or was it? I don't remember anymore, but he sounds like the guy at this point, like that he's winning. I am the one who will save Jenna. She is my love. Now that you will ever know what that is, you do not belong here, you hypocrite. Yeah, that was Sheen, sorry. Yeah, that was Charlie Sheen, the winning guy. So yes, I know Deluge spreads explicit images of people who speak out against him and blackmails people. And while I am fuming, Caden has reminded me that my anger must remain in check. And so I intend to follow that request. But yes, I am aware now because he told me. Another example where he has given me the information that you continue to withhold. Deluge has this is no way of pulling the same stunt on me. And you know, didn't you just me to confront him highly irregular, given that you know he knows nothing of me, so I wouldn't be affected by him? In this situation, I would have been the best pick for the job. However, Cecilia, you are more focused on continuing a feud. It has no meaning. Even Caden is unsure why you wouldn't just end this for the sake of others. This feud seems to be for your benefit only. Again, blaming people for the shit that he has done himself. Believe it or not, like, this continued for fucking hours. I gave you a glimpse into my past, and it seems you didn't care for it. I care about you. I wish the best for you, and sometimes I wish you would treat me the same. But Cecilia seems to lack empathy. She has no care for the people I have lost, because if she did, she would get it. She will never understand why I care about Jenna, because she is unprepared to listen to my story. Yet I have been constantly reminded of her as, yeah, you tried to take down KVA, but you didn't. It still exists, so are you really better than me, Cecilia? What a piece of shit. Like, guy collaborated with them, even gave them fucking money on to their fucking Discord server. And he's gonna blame other people for not taking down a fucking pedophile adjacent cult. And there's more. End this bullshit already, will you? You're not a saint. I know there was something about you I was being warned about. Now I know. And then, you know, he had a small YouTube channel with 81 subscribers, on which he has, like, you know, garbage videos of him playing fucking Minecraft, and him also, I think, playing Rayman and Sonic Generations without any commentary. I only, like, watched a few seconds of these videos, and I didn't detect any commentary anywhere. And he has this video called The Twisted Story of the KVA, which I saved, in which he fucking tries to make more excuses for himself. Let me get that up. We're gonna watch that real quick. That's the only thing that I actually wanted from his stupid fucking channel. Where did I put it though? Just give me a moment, chat. You take a small breather as I find this video. I have many videos in here. I swear I've downloaded it. I'm almost fucking certain. Just a moment. KVA. Yes, there it is. I just didn't copy it over to the main folder. Alright. Turning the music down for a moment.
Hi, it's MewMew here. Today we are going to do something I should have done long ago.
This is not his voice, in case you don't know, chat. This is just a text-to-speech thing. And sorry about the format of this video. It's just... It sucks. It just looks like this. Let me restart it.
Hi, it's MewMew here. Today we are going to do something I should have done long ago. Let's talk about KVA. Long ago, there was a child groomer known as Cristalli. From 2019 to 2020, he was known for forcing children to send nudes to use as bases for his artwork that he sold online. He was eventually arrested, but the damage had already been done. And for some, these events still haunt them today. You're probably thinking that's the end of the story. Unfortunately not. QKVA. KVA was created by a Cristalli bootlicker known as Avi. By the way, she doesn't know people's secrets. That's just a scare tactic. Avi recruits vulnerable people to join KVA, making them believe that their actions are acceptable and that they will be accepted there. Many are in fact minors. They all praise Cristalli and wish for his return. Yeah, no chance, lol. The worst of them all was Shyla aka Strawberry Tunes. She was a complete clone of Cristalli. People tried to help her change, but sadly she...
I can't link to the video because the channel is fucking dead. He deleted it. He deleted his fucking YouTube.
He refused all that. The KVA also likes to impersonate people, mostly Cecilia, who is trying to get rid of them. She knows more about the KVA than I do, so be sure to look out for her video on them. And that's the end of the video. Or is it?
Dramatic.
There's someone else I need to mention first. Mystic Mongrel? Mongrel thought they could impersonate the love of my life to then mock the people, who are finally giving me the opportunity to prove myself, and that I wouldn't do anything about it. To help explain this, we have to go back a bit too, when Cristalli was still around. There once was someone known as N3KO Pan. N3KO Pan was a friend of Cristalli, and I think you already know what that means. They also did what he did, but they primarily targeted someone known as Zomblish. To document the actions of N3KO Pan, 5 group chats were created. Don't ask why it's 5. This is where Mongrel comes in. They asked someone named N0 to put CP of Zomblish into the second group chat as evidence. Mongrel then decided it was acceptable to post this evidence all over the place and put it in a folder that contained the N3KO Pan evidence without telling anyone. So yeah, if you see them, just avoid them. That's a bad person, lol.
It's funny how he doesn't mention any of his involvement, any of this, and even tries to link to Koma's fucking evidence on KVA and shit like that. As if he's not going after Koma every single fucking moment of his life. He really tries very hard to be the good guy, but it always ends up so fucking very badly for him. And yeah, this is what's left of his fucking channel. It's just fucking gone. That was the video description. Only 49 views on this one as well. And then he has more to fucking say, more fucking excuses, which are from January 12th. Because you have to understand that this guy is like literally terminally on fucking line. Every single day he has these fucking threads, or he just posts some fucking nonsense. And I had to read through most of this, unfortunately, and I felt my fucking brain wanting to fucking leave my skull. Finally, I wish to apologize to the one I call my angel. I placed that in quotation marks because despite the fact I call her that, my actions have not reflected that fact. While I know a lot about her past, that was a mistake, as I was never really supposed to know. I seek trust, but in reality I had once and fucked up when I had it. In my attempts to keep you safe, Meow, I abused your friends. I leaked images of you, that although the intentions were pure, it was still acceptable. I mocked your family and your pet. I sent an excessive amount of gifts to your home. I pulled some dumb pizza trick on you. This is the same shit that he wrote in that one document of his. I think it was from Instagram too. But yeah, this is essentially a retaliation of this. I know why you do everything you do. The Meowism, the drawing of people explicitly, the racism I've only able to draw a link to. But I suppose you have your reasons. I know things about you some people do not, but that's private, so I won't explain here. In conclusion, I admit you have a monster to you. I was close to becoming like him. I'm not even sure I can forgive myself for that. I became like the people I vowed to protect from, and that's not right. I will right my wrongs. Admitting the wrongs and apologizing them in the first step. Never mind that a few weeks later, he does the same shit, harassing women, blaming fucking victims of his own fucking crime. He's not done yet? No. I mean, he deleted his Twitter, and I have tens of screenshots, which I don't want to fucking read all of them. I have a number of like 50 screenshots of his fucking tweets, and I really, really don't want to read all of them. I'm just gonna show you a lot of them because, again, a lot of his shit is just reiterating the same shit over and over again. Just mental ill ramblings of his. Like I still read this one. I'll give you that one at least. Let me be this abundantly clear. I harbor no romantic interest in Lady Cecilia. I have seen her, and well, how shall I phrase this delicately? She simply isn't the type of person I would ever consider in such a manner. No offense, of course. I'm merely a matter of preference. You know, the woman I've been fucking harassing all this fucking time. I'm not really interested in her all that much. Insane. And again, if you want to go look back on this stream later, it's gonna be available, and you can read all of these screenshots later. I'm not reading any of that shit anymore. You can pause the video later on at any point in time and look at them yourself. It's just insane fucking ramblings for days. Days, weeks, and months without end. He's utterly unredeemable and unapologetic, despite what he says. He asks for respect. He says that people should care about his fucking feelings. Again, I fucking encourage you. I read this one because this one is like very mentally ill. I have come to the conclusion that perhaps I share more in common with Citlali than I do with Homura Akemi. We both much prefer to stay in the confines of where we live and only go outside to see people if it's truly necessary. Friends are not something we deem important, to be honest. I'm just like an anime character. I don't go out as well. This one is fucking insane. Let me read what he could see his quote retweeting here. A lot of kiddie diddlers and perverts in these comments. Look through them to see who you should never let around your kids. Alright, you didn't need to self-report, but okay. The fucking irony of this fucking guy. Holy fucking shit. How ironic are these fucking statements. Uh, and here's some guy going after fucking lolicons again, and he has this to say. This is what they do. We call them out and suddenly we are the bad people. LOL. By the way, the second account got suspended, so clearly they were the bad one. Crying emoji. Self-awareness, fucking where? Where is it, fucking Ryan? Where the fuck did it go? More of him going after lolicons. And then he wrote like a fucking manifesto where you should fucking why you should respect him, and that he has a thing for Meowba. If you didn't fucking notice at this point, I'm not reading any of these ramblings. Just this one sentence. I mean, romantically, I am obsessed with her, but I mean, the repeated mentions of her are very uncomfortable and suffocating. So it has to be scrapped. My guy, you never shut up about Meowba. And he wrote like 8 points about why he should be respected for his love for Meowba. 8 fucking points. Like a crazy man's manifesto. How the fuck do you think I felt having to read through all of this shit? And again, this is day in, day out. I'm only screenshotted select things that were important. Every single fucking day, without pause, this guy had something stupid and insane to say. Eight fucking points why he should be respected. And then another essay about why he's a fucking victim. Can read that later too. People sending him telonyms and other messages. Teaming up with other pedophiles would definitely give you someone the idea. You're harassing and blackmailing me, so I'm gonna be friends with you. Zero brain usage. Why do you act like saints? You can't even admit that you don't care about me or my emotions whatsoever. You've made that obvious already the past 2 years. I am just expected to continue to tolerate it. What about me? What about my feelings? Fuck you, dude. Meowba isn't going to fuck you. Care to explain how intercourse is relevant to anything I've been talking about? Yet again, you're the only person who appears to have sex on the mind. Are you celibate and sad about it? Jesus. I give you a folder full of evidence against your enemies, and this is how you repay me? Where is your damn respect? Without me, people will die! Get it now? Dead with a gun! Alright, that's what I saw. Kidnapping too. Still think I'm stupid? Yeah, and worse than that, not just stupid. Again, obsession with Meowba. And mind you, in case you didn't notice, nobody responds to the shit and nobody notices this. And he still keeps on fucking writing as if anyone's reading it. He even made a poll that nobody voted in. How do you fare this fine day? Exceedingly splendid, splendid, unsatisfactory, dreadful. 0 votes, nothing. And again, as any mentally ill person online, especially on fucking Twitter, they have to have an anime persona from an anime, because that would fucking involve me too, because I have a fucking Rent-sona, as you can see on screen, but this is literally me as an anime character. Akemi fucking Homura from Madoka. Literally him. Here's him hiding that document that Koma has written. And other tweets such as, correct, you're a predator, dumb, you're a pedophile, huh, disgusting piece of shit. And he hid those. Few mixed in here. Here's his comment again that he made about this fucking stream. Insane. And his obsession with teenagers, former teenagers at this point, because I don't think Jelly Bean is actually underage anymore. But still, the guy was obsessed with fucking teenagers. You continue to captivate my interest, dear Bean. Quite splendid, splendidly purple, I must say. Here's him making his team of fucking predators. Making another poll that nobody voted in. Which color should I pick for my bendy shenanigans? And again, that's what he fucking deleted. And then his Twitter was fucking gone. Like, fucking completely. And again, if you want to read through this insanity that I presented to you, you can go back later in the VOD. But that's not where we're ending on. Right now, we're gonna have a little break, and then I'll show you his obsession with Meowba and how he got involved with all of that shit. Because he wasn't just in love with her, it's like a love-hate relationship that he had with her. And he decided to do several funny things regarding Meowba. You're gonna see. But before we do all of that, I'm gonna take a short break, get a drink. You guys can also take a refresher. I don't know. Stretch your legs, whatever. And I'll be back in like 5 or less. So be right back. it myself, but I guess he sees her as an innocent victim of some sorts. And this stream is about to get kind of funny, because in case you don't know who fucking Myoba is, oh fucking boy, you're gonna learn. And I'm gonna learn very, very fast. So, without further ado, let me introduce you, via a few videos, the object of Ryan's infatuation over these many years. It's the PNG tuber known from TikTok, known as MewMew. Let's watch a few videos. So, just before that, I'll tell you a little bit more about MewMew. MewMew is, or was, like, MewMew is not that active anymore, but MewMew used to troll children that were into these Minecraft parkour videos that did like ranting videos with their sonas on TikTok. And MewMew decided to have one as well, but decided to include very controversial messages in her little videos. And since, you know, minors are very easily fooled, they thought that, you know, MewMew was all of these terrible, terrible fucking things. And you have to understand how MewMew operated, and the only way you could know that is by watching her videos. So let me show you just a few, like this one. This one I called MewMew and Etika. So there you go. Hold up.
Reading Meow's Discord questions, part 16. Does Meow celebrate Juneteenth? Of course Meow does. As a proud black trans male, Juneteenth is an important day of our culture. Meow, but today is Etika's death anniversary. Etika? Meow, but who the frick is Etika? Nani is this? How dare you disrespect Meow's dead husband, Etika senpai? Streamer by day, lover by night. R.I.P. Etika. A loving husband, a loving father. Meow, but can I get just one lick of your thighs, please? What the fuck? Senpai, no!
This is not MewMew's voice, by the way. I do believe this is someone from her Discord, but this is kind of, you know, this is kind of the spiel that was going on with MewMew. And I have a few more, so you again understand really thoroughly how MewMew was. This one I called Muslim MewMew.
Reading Meow's Discord questions, part 13. Meow, are you fasting for Ramadan? Wallah, baby! Of course Meow is! Happy Ramadan, yeah? Meow, are you Muslim? Yeah, can't you tell by the hijab? Silly Billy! Mashallah! What do you do with Ramadan Day? Meow wakes up and starts praying to Allah. Oh, Allah Habibi, please, God Meow God. Hey Meow! Inshallah. Then, Meow reads the Quran. Mashallah, sister! Meow, but do you have Roblox? Meow does! See? Meow, but do you watch South Park? Yeah! Meow, but in South Park, so kind of, hello?
And this one I called Black MewMew. For very obvious reasons.
Reading Meow's Discord questions, part 11. Did Meow know February is Black History Month? Of course Meow knows! Meow's a supportive ally! Meow, but who are your favorite Black creators? Meow Daisuke Erika Senpai. Meow, but how did you show your support during Black History Month? Meow donated all Meow's Patreon money to many Black supporting charities. Meow, but do you have Black friends? Yes.
Meow, but is a great ally. She's a quiet Ramadan. Happy Black History Month.
Meow, but what's your opinion on the lack of black representation in K-pop. Meow believes everyone should be able to do K-pop. That's why Meow created Meow's own K-pop group, which is fully inclusive. We are releasing our first K-pop song this week, so please support us. Happy Black History Month!
And lastly, this one is called Meowba's Apology.
Ohio! Watashi wa Meow ga desu nya? Meow hasn't returned to cause trouble or anything, but instead Meow wants to apologize for all the disrespectful things Meow has done. Meow never meant to hurt anyone. Meow has bipolar disorder and DID, so many of Meow's actions were actually Meow's system alters. Sorry! That was one of Meow's tics. Meow also suffers severe religious trauma, which made Meow not lash against Allah and other believers. This was unacceptable for Meow to do. Meow also apologizes for the title of my art video. Meow suffers Meow can't help but Meow's the truth. As a way of giving back to you all, Meow's returning up above to Meowville. Within the next 3 years, our neighboring galaxy, Andromeda, will destroy the Milky Way. And as Meowba, god of the Milky Way, god of Meow's, and god of the Earth, Meow will sacrifice Meow's health to save mankind, save you all from total annihilation and cosmic slavery! May the Meow gods be with you. Thank you for everything. Sayonara.
So, I guess you kind of understand what Meowba's deal was. It's just, you know, just doing a little bit of trolling, I guess. And kids fell for it. But somehow, some way, Mr. Ryan Raid fell in love with her, but not before starting to hate her. Let me show you what Ryan was involved with, because it's another thing that's truly something. That's something to experience. So, since Meowba was so fucking infamous, a lot of people just decided to get her off the internet. And what do dumb kids do when they want to get someone off the internet? Well, they could harass them in DMs. They could make up stories about them and spread it around social media. Or you might ask yourself, what else could they do? Well, they could make an internet fucking petition about it. And and they made one on change.org. This to the Australian authorities, take action against TikToker Meowba. The issue, Meowba threatened to draw CP. Really wasn't it. Really wasn't fucking it, but you know, let me read the issue here. Jenna Leigh Hutchison, also known as Meowba, is a TikToker from Australia. Her past isn't particularly pleasant, but neither are the things she does. Things including racism, homophobia, transphobia, the mocking of any religion isn't her made-up Meowism, telling people to cut themselves, making minors strip down to their underwear for them to pour water over their knees to get unbanned for her server, making minors take their shirts off and get on their knees and drink milk from a bowl, sending police to innocent minors' houses, asking for an 11-year-old phone's number, drawing not safe for art of that person, and allowing CP in her server. The list goes on, but we would be here all day. Mind you, chat, I do not fucking know if any of these accusations are fucking real or not, or how much the truth is fucking bent here. It's just what this fucking thing says. I do not know how real any of that is. But, you know, considering Meowba is still fucking around, and I do believe her Discord is around as well, I think we've been nuked many times over, and Meowba wouldn't just get a slap on the wrist for shit like that. She's a danger to minors. She's taken what happened to her in the past and is now doing it to others. I'm sorry, but she's no longer a victim, but a suspect. And it cannot be allowed to continue any further. Multiple reports the Australian police have done nothing. It's like they don't care. I'm calling on the Australian authorities to take immediate actions against Miauba, which has not been done. Why has nothing been done to protect minors from her when all the information has been presented to them? Enough is enough. It's time for a change. Oh God. But you know who started this petition? Take a look. Who is it? It's Mr. Ryan Raid. It's going after Disordered Femboy at this fucking force. Because of course it's fucking him again. But this is not what the petition ended. This is not the only description fucking that this shit ended on. He later on added like the decision makers, like who is supposed to be the recipient of this particular petition. Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia. Katarina Collins, Queensland's Police Commissioner. Adrian Schreiner, Mayor of Brisbane. No response. Mr. Prime Minister of Australia, can you do something against this TikToker called Miauba? Fucking pretty, please. I even wrote a very nice fucking petition for you to look through. Shit. But this is also not where it ended, because he decided to give fucking updates on the petition going forward. And as it goes, July 29th, 2023. Hi, I wanted all to let you know we have now 4 signatures on the petition. Thank you so much for your support. Would you help me get more signatures by sharing this petition with 10 other people on social media? Facebook groups, SMS chats, Twitter, email, and WhatsApp all work great. More sign we can't be ignored. Thanks again for supporting this cause. Just need a few more and the petition will go public. Holy shit, 4 fucking signatures. But again, this is not where it ended either. 56 signatures! August 1, 2023, and he even ignored the little image. It says, ignore equals Miauba. Follow and comment or save equals Madoka. Hi all, I want to let you know, well, you have 56 signatures on this petition. Thank you so much for your support. Would you help me get more signatures by sharing this petition with 10 other people on social media? Facebook groups, SMS chats, Twitter, email, and WhatsApp all work great. More people sign, we can't be ignored. Thanks again for the support for this cause. 110 signatures. Hi all, I want to let you know that we have now 110 signatures on this petition. Thank you so much for the support. Possible corruption within Queensland Police Department? What the fuck is this about? August 5th, 2023. Multiple people has made reports to Queensland Police and have had no response. When Miauba makes false police reports to innocent minors, the police act swiftly without even checking the facts. Why is this? Bribery, or has Miauba suddenly been granted some sort of immunity? Is Miauba bribing the police? The Queensland Police in Brisbane must be held accountable for Miauba's ability to be able to carry out the crimes she is committing. I will be writing an email to the Mayor of Brisbane and the other Commissioner of Queensland Police Department, looking for answers to why no action has been taken against Miauba despite constant reports from multiple individuals. I'm joking here. But guess what, chat? There's more. CCC referral. Dear Mr. Raid, the CCC acknowledged receipt of your complaint dated 7 August 2023. Your complaint now has been processed. This is, by the way, the Crimes and Corruption Commission, which, for the most part, deals with industry-level crimes as well. But, you know, taking a look at this TikToker that plays a fucking cat girl, anime cat girl online, is, I do believe, very important too. Your complaint has now been processed by our intake team and will be assigned to a case officer for assessment shortly. For your records, please note reference number. Once we have finished assessing your matter, we will write to you and advise you on the outcome. August 12th, 2023. My letter to the Mayor of Brisbane has been referred to the Queensland Crime and Corruption Commission. Hopefully they will see the injustice like we all do, but we mustn't celebrate too early, as we have not yet won. Please, let's continue to spread awareness by sharing this petition. The more people on board, the more likely change will happen. Thank you. And this is the final update. Incorrect response from the mayor. Like, fucking, believe it or not, the office of the mayor of Brisbane actually replied to this stupid fucking shit. But guess what? August 21st, 2023. The office of the mayor of Brisbane replied, "Thank you for your email of the 6th of August 2023 about the content being created by MewMew on TikTok and other associated social media platforms. I appreciate the time you have taken to detail your concerns and acknowledge the influence and reach of social media platforms like TikTok. While I understand your position, I must advise that the content moderation and account management fall under the authority of the platform itself, and this is the outside of council's responsibilities. TikTok, like other social media platforms, has its own policies and guidelines, which users are expected to adhere to. To address your concerns effectively, I recommend reporting any content that you believe violates the community guidelines via the reporting system feature within the app. By doing so, you can actively contribute to maintaining a safe and enjoyable environment for all TikTok users and the broader community. Thank you for taking time to contact the Lord Mayor with your request." Too long didn't read of this. Essentially, listen here, you retard. We're gonna give you the opportunity and actually respond. Take it up with the platform you're posting on, and don't waste our fucking time, please. You man-child. The fact that they even bothered to respond to him. Holy fucking shit. And he had the last one comment about this. "This is complete unacceptable response, completely ignoring other aspect of the email sent. Clearly some sort of deal is in place here to prevent justice being served. The petition needs more reach and Meowba just be held accountable. But clearly the Australian authorities are incapable of doing so." And then, I haven't looked that much into it. He kind of fell in love with Meowba, which I kind of inferred was because he likes to be in love with victims, and Meowba has a dark past. So he made a TikTok video about Meowba and how she should be exonerated and how he was fucking wrong about it.
Hello.
Let's watch
Today
that shit.
MewMew has some stuff to say. Meowba has been known to be a bad person, but nobody seems to understand the background behind it all. Most of the stuff she did before was connected to previous events that happened before she was known as Meowba. The NSFW artwork is related to the fact that people made similar art to her old character, which was unwanted and illegal, which was then sold online. Her mocking of religions is related to back when she was a very religious girl constantly attending church, but after certain events she no longer believed in the faith as she didn't believe God could have allowed it. Her love for Technoblade could have been related to the fact she also had cancer herself once in her hip and needed a wheelchair. Meow was sending us cryptic messages this whole time, but instead of thinking we mocked her and hated her for them, it took people to tell MewMew this for MewMew to fully understand. Please stop attacking her for the past. She isn't a bad person.
Kinda insane, isn't it? And then he like madly fell in love with Meowba, and you know, happy ending. They lived happily ever after, of course. They're now married and have 5 kids, some grandchildren on the way as well. All ends that L ends well, chat. But there's another few things we need to take a look at. One other is his blog spot. What was it called? It's a very old platform for blogging. Blogspot account, on which he posted his daily musings until those daily musings became nothing, because I guess he simply lost interest in posting more. He never sticks to one thing for a very long time, ever, so it's kind of par for the course. Let me get them up. Of course, I'm not reading through all of the shit, or most of the shit, because, again, I'm not reading this guy's ramblings to melt my brain. I already read through enough. But essentially, it's the same shit he wrote on Twitter. He's just reiterating it, you know, with different words. Exonerating himself every fucking step of the way for the KVA shit. You can read all of this on your own if you want to, but I just wanted to let you know that this blog exists. Or existed, maybe he deleted it, I don't know. Welcome to MewMew's blog. This is a blog of Midnight MewMew. This is one of his other aliases he went by. Here, MewMew will write about his personal life. MewMew hopes you'll read them often, because it's very fucking nice for a 20-something-year-old to write in third person. It's not mentally ill at all. And this is just, you know, his daily musings. Some a little more insane than others. There's one concerning entry here, which I want to get to. There's more KVA stuff. Here's him talking about his VTuber quote-unquote career, as if he had one. This is the one that I find concerning. This thing at the bottom here. I begin work on project known as VTuber SOS. Later today, it's a website for VTubers looking for collaborations but are struggling. Basically, people will post who they are and what kind of collabs they are looking for. Then hopefully they find them. Each person will have to make an account, which I'm sure people won't mind doing. Yes, giving your information, even your fucking email, to this fucking guy, and going through him for fucking collabs. Jesus Christ, no. Do not. I don't think this project even got off the ground in any kind of way. I at least fucking hope so it didn't. Because imagine this guy running shit like that. No fucking thank you. And this one is fucking insane. This is around the time where Koma was talking about her suicide attempt. This one is fucking unhinged. I have to read this one at least. The end of my help. Koma has threatened to end her life. Something she says is because of me. I have decided to distance myself from her for real this time. She's a mentally unstable girl who needs professional help. I'll leave her to discover for herself what is on the horizon. It will be a lesson she'll learn, and she'll soon discover that pushing me was a fatal mistake. But oh well, she thinks she knows better than me all the time. So let's leave to figure it out, shall we? Holy fuck. Imagine fucking saying shit like that. Someone that's suicidal. This guy has no fucking brakes. What a fucker. And then his last, almost, in terms of his like day-to-day blog posts, which were day-to-day, by the way. This is his last one, other than the one I showed you at the very beginning. Time for a change. It's time for me to change my ways. I can't keep doing what I'm doing, hurting people I repeatedly say I'm trying to protect. I must listen to Coma and learn how to do things correctly, sensibly and with consideration for them all. I never meant to hurt Coma, neither did I wish to make her attempt to end her life. I am deeply sorry for everything I have done now. I'll work to make it right, make up for my mistakes. It won't be easy, but if I don't, I'll end up being the reason why they get harmed. But I don't ask for help during this time. It's something I must do myself. I must change for their sake. I must stop thinking about me. It's not about me. It never was. What a fucking savior that guy is. It's funny that a few months later he goes back and does the same thing, like blaming Coma for shit. Insanity. But Leslie, finally, we get to the last part. You're probably wondering what this guy's content is actually like. Well, let me show you his TikTok, which is equally mentally fucking ill to look at. Because what kind of content does a person that behaves this way make? You may be asking yourself that question. Well, you'll get your fucking answer. So, this is a screenshot of his TikTok account before he fucking decided to put it on private. But I don't give a fuck. I already got everything that I needed from it. It's hundreds of random fucking videos following 9k, almost 3k followers, which is kind of whatever for TikTok. I've seen people that have shit content have fucking millions upon millions of fucking followers, but again, it doesn't matter how much he had in there. But as you see, his profile says, Bunny VTuber, yes, I'm 24 years old, links to his Discord. And then at some point, he decides to change his profile and says, MewMew Usagi, gone away. Taking a break until May 2026. This is, by the way, after I decided I'm doing this stream. And since then, he has changed it again, but I didn't screenshot this. He changed it again, and now it doesn't say anything anymore, I think. You can go and check it if I'm right about that. But I don't think it says anything anymore. He just kind of scrubbed it. And most of his content are these just random ass fucking videos that, I don't know, a child would make. You'd think like a young teenager would be making videos like this and posts like this on TikTok, but no, this is a grown-ass fucking man in his 20s. And yes, these are his actual fucking legs. His quote-unquote femboy legs. That's how they fucking look. And he made hundreds of videos like this. I didn't go through all of them, but the one I went through, I did save to show you how his content looks like. And then, you know, he apparently lists and shows where he lives. I don't even know if that's his actual address. Like in the post that I showed you with the petition. It listed a city or a town called Dentford, I believe. I don't know if that's where he actually lives, but that's where he lives. Again, this is none of this shit is doxing, by the way. All of the stuff he has showed here, he has posted publicly on his very open social media. And this is apparently a photo of the place he lives at. Very close to, by the way. That's what he put on it. But I also saved a few videos from his TikTok before he decided to privatize it. So let's take a look at those. To see, show you what you can expect from from an aspiring VTuber like that. Let me lower the volume here a little bit, because the volume levels and the audio mixing, if you want to even call it that, are fucking all over the place with this one. This one is called All Hail Shadow.
All hail Shadow, heroes rise again. Obliterating everything that's not. Your friend nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow. Suffer long and it will set you free. Only through trial do we find the strength we need. It's never over, just another day. All hope and tragedies and everything that comes our way. Determination of the strong. Found the meaning that you've searched for so long. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again. Obliterating everything that's not. Your friend nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow. Somewhere in chaos, we all find ourselves. This destruction is the only tale we tell. White is black and black is white, right is wrong and wrong is right. Nothing ever fills this hole inside your heart. Determination of the strong. Found the meaning that you've searched for so long. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again. Obliterating everything that's not. Your friend nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again. Obliterating everything that's not. Your friend nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow. Bow your heads low, all hail Shadow.
Of course, someone like that would be obsessed with Sonic as well, because, you know, it's like goes hand in hand. Mental illness, Sonic the Hedgehog, child predation, all of these things are like, you know, puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. But, you know, this isn't even the worst shit that he put out. There's hundreds of videos like this, just random fucking shit. Here's his formula to being a successful VTuber. And him thanking people for being a successful VTuber, despite nobody knowing shit about him other than he's a fucking predator. It's his message to his fans, being super successful on Blue Sky with 700 followers. Fucking fantastic. But you know, he also had a formula for his, you know, VTuber debut before he started this shit. He, you know, he wanted to do things outside of the box, so he had he had a very unique idea about what he's gonna do with his VTubing, and made the following
Good evening
announcement.
from the UK. When I decided to become a VTuber, I knew I had to be different to succeed. So, today I have some very exciting announcements to share. Over the past few months, there have been a number of controversies in the VTuber community, mostly due to the lack of transparency. And so, I'm proud to announce that it is my personal goal to be the world's most transparent VTuber. This can be achieved in many ways, including monthly statistics, updates, and Q&A streams. This will ensure viewers are aware of the current goals. Next, let's talk about companies. There are many amazing VTuber organizations, including Hololive and VShojo. But there's a problem. Joining these organizations usually comes with paperwork, which is perfectly normal for a working business. This usually includes a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. This would prevent me from being transparent, and that's not what I'm going for.
Like, imagine the fucking irony of these fucking statements. He wants to be the world's most transparent VTuber with the fucking amount of baggage that this fucking dude has. Like, imagine that. He should, like, to start off shit like this, he should have made a video where he just admits that he sent fucking CP to people. That would be the first transparent step to take.
So, I'm proud to announce that I will be 100% independent during my time as a VTuber. This will enable me to be as transparent as possible to viewers and collaborators.
Wait until you see and hear what he means by being transparent. Like, look, just listen to this shit.
Next, let's focus on the hardware and software I will use to stream. I will be using
This is his transparency. Like, anyone needs to fucking know this.
An iPad Air 4th generation with its powerful A14 Bionic and an Intel iMac from 2017. The iPad Air will be running the iPadOS 18 betas. The iMac will be running Mac OS Sonoma 14.5 or Windows 10 via Boot Camp depending on the situation.
This is like if Christian decided to become a VTuber, he would make shit like this. Like, not even a joke. He would make shit exactly like this.
Both devices will use OpenLive 3D by Wei-Chan and Safari, Microsoft Edge. You're probably wondering why I'm telling you all this. I believe that viewers should know as much as I do. It's about keeping ideas open to the wider community. It's about building trust with viewers and fellow VTubers. And it's about preventing concerns previously exhibited in the community due to a lack of transparency. Next is collaborations.
Yeah, because the problem... Hold up. Because the problem with the community is that nobody knows what the fuck they're streaming on. What hardware and software they use. That's why you're gonna fucking tell them. And all the problems from the VTuber scene are gonna disappear. Because your idea of transparency is so fucking unique. You can tell him about the programs that you use. But the most insane part is with the thing that he wants to do with collaborations.
It's about preventing concerns previously
like, listen to this, what he says about collaborations.
To a lack of transparency. Next is collaborations. Collaboration is a paving stone for tubers across all genres, not just VTubing. But there must be guidelines to ensure transparency is maintained. My requirements are as followed. Collaborators must also be independent. Collaborators must have a good standing eye. A non-controversial.
Like him. He's very non-controversial.
Collaborators must allow transparency at all times. These requirements will ensure transparency is maintained at all times. Finally, let's talk about privacy. Transparency is awesome, but it's not wise to be too transparent, especially if private and sensitive information is involved. So, what can be done? Let me explain. All collaboration information will be stored in an encrypted spreadsheet.
Why? Why would you ever need to make shit like that?
That only me and the collaborator will have access to. All collaboration requests will be discussed via an end-to-end encryption platform.
Why? Why in God's name do you need to play these fucking thing? Why would you need to go on an encrypted space to talk about fucking collabs? Are you gonna fucking share illicit material there? What the fuck are you doing?
And collaborators' data is deleted 3 months after the collaboration has concluded. And that was the Blueberry MewMew Transparency Plan. Thank you for watching. These steps will ensure transparency for both viewers and collaborators of Blueberry MewMew. But there's still one more thing to discuss. You've been waiting to finally see Blueberry MewMew in action, and today I'm proud to announce the date. And what better way than to do it on the birthday of his creator. Blueberry MewMew's debut stream will be July 26th. Live on Twitch. Time is to be decided closer to the date. With these levels of transparency, across hardware and software used, innovative solutions to privacy.
Innovative solution by going to encrypted fucking chats for whatever fucking reason.
And set guidelines for collaboration.
And spreadsheets for that shit. Like, why?
These are steps mostly unheard of in the VTuber community.
Yes, because they're dumb and useless, that's why.
But it will be worth it as viewers will be connected to my streams and work like never before. Thank you for watching today's announcements. Good evening.
It's just gonna work, because I say it does. But yeah, you know, a guy with ideas like that, so, you know, what other way can you, you know, gain favor within the VTuber community? How about you make statements that everyone fucking agrees with? Like, you know, end all wars and shit like that. Well, guess what? He had things to say about that too.
Hey, Blueberry Sparkles here. Today I'm...
And in case you haven't noticed, every single video, like, he has a new fucking name. Because he just changes personas all the fucking times. He's MewMew once, now he's Blueberry Sparkles, Blueberry something else. Like, it never stays the fucking same. It's always something different.
I'm going to talk about the world. The world is very beautiful and unique, but it can also be a very dangerous place. As much as there is love and prosperity, violence and hate is all over. Pointless wars and fighting, attacking innocent people who just wish to live life. Where is the need? What is the purpose? There is none. Using guns and knives to end the lives of people you never even knew. And for what? Because their views don't match your own. Conflicts and disagreements should be solved with words, not death. Only God should have the power to begin and end life, not us. It is not a job for us to carry out. Lay down the weapons and use constructive dialogue. The news of the attacks being carried out in Sydney, Australia, is heartbreaking, and I will have them in my thoughts and prayers. People should not have to live in fear like this. Violence is never the answer to your problems.
Sending CP to minors apparently is. There's more, chat. There's more. There's again he re-debuted himself like multiple times, every time showcasing his model in different ways. Like,
hey, distorted femboy here.
Notice the fucking audio mixing. Like, I'm not fucking with the audio here. Just listen to this shit as it is recorded. I didn't do anything to this audio. It really is like this, and he put it on like this. Just listen.
Hey, distorted femboy here. Today we are going to talk about what I plan to do with my model. The plan is to dual boot Windows using Apple's Boot Camp, but I require an external SSD to store the Steam games. Then, I'll use a software called Burrito to record my model while I play the games. I also plan to create a company for other tubers. Distorted tubers maybe. I shall design the website later today. It's time to show these people what I'm made of. A reminder that I have a Discord server. The link is in my bio. Thank you for watching.
Fucking quality content, this. Peak fucking audio Balenci. More, chat, there's more. How about when he talks about his fucking hobbies? How about that?
Hey, Blueberry Sparkles here, and today I'm going to talk about my hobbies. My hobbies include listening to music, making music, singing, playing games. I used to sing each year in front of my school.
Don't go in front of any schools, please. Not anymore.
I make music on BandLab and I use Apple Music to listen at music. My favorite song right now is River by Charlie Puth. One listen to most types of music, but not a fan of rap or heavy metal. I love to play games on my phone and Xbox. Currently, I'm playing Sonic Frontiers. But there's one more thing. Making sure a particular angel is safe, that's my best hobby yet. But I'd never shower her with money. Not that I couldn't. But no amount of cash in the universe could equate to the beauty she possesses. To those claiming I'm just doing this for sex, you need back off, cause you got me wrong. She's a woman who deserves respect. Not some pimp from off the streets. I will always be there to help her fight. Even in times where she isn't right. On a starry night, I'd have no reason to go outside. For her eyes shine brighter than anything the sky could provide. To me, loving you is a hobby, not a chore. I love you, Jenna.
This is like word for word fucking Christian. Christian would do the same fucking shit. He's like a fucking carbon copy at this point with shit like this. But again, I always fucking have more. Let's see here. This is one of the last ones. This is where he shows his previous IDs. Essentially, you know, in case you didn't know, and he didn't say it well. Hundreds of videos like that with just music from other places, just a single line or a few fucking sentences where he reveals who he was and what he's into. Mainly fucking MewMew. Shit like that. But, you know, there's one more thing you're probably wondering, like, you've seen this dude's fat thighs, but what does he really fucking sound like? Well, you'll find out. If you have ears as good as a fucking dog. Because he has at least one video that I managed to find where he actually does speak. But the audio balancing is so fucking bad again, you can barely hear it. If you can hear it, I congratulate you, because I couldn't fucking do anything to make this fucking understandable. Like, listen to this, if you can, because I fucking can't.
Hello. What are we going to talk about today? Well, I think that everyone should probably sit down and think about what they want me to do. What do you want me to do? Because there are a lot of things that we need to do, but nobody is telling me what to do. What should we make? What should we do? What should we do? What are we going to do today on this fine evening in
No, I didn't mute them. It was really this fucking low. I boosted this all the way fucking up. I can try to boost it even more if it fucking even allows me to. But I think it does. Let me look at my fucking shit here. I can adjust my microphone easily. Tried to adjust this video and only this came up. But he speaks in this weird stutter, like soft whisper. This is what this dude sounds like again. If you can hear it.
Hello. What are we going to talk about today?
It's like, what are we gonna be talking about today? Yeah, it's gonna sound like that. Like, your voice isn't exactly coming through. It's like you're taking a fucking shit, but you can't because you're English. Something like that. That's how he sounds like.
Well, I think that everyone should probably sit down and think about what they want me to do.
And he has this weird... I don't know how to describe it. It's like he's... It's like he doesn't know how to breathe. Like, you know, normal people breathe out when they speak words. It's like he's breathing in when he's talking, when he's being audible. He's breathing in as he's talking. He's like, you don't know. He sounds like that. Like how is this dude even a real person?
There are a lot of things
What the fuck?
to do, but nobody is telling me what to do. What should we make? What should we do? What should we do?
The fuck, man?
What are we going to do today on this fine evening?
This is the dude. That's the fucking child predator. Like, we're having a good laugh at this guy's expense because, again, people like this are only to be made fun of. But this guy, again, if you haven't been here since the start of the fucking stream, this guy has shared CP around on the fucking internet. He threatened people all the fucking time. This is the guy. This is the fucking guy. I don't know what else to say, fucking chat. This is like, this is probably the most insane person I've covered. And I haven't covered the guy that allegedly made his girlfriend fuck a dog. Yes, that's something I had in my fucking pipeline for years now. And I didn't know how to fucking tackle it for YouTube. I don't know how to present this without getting banned on fucking YouTube. Because I've been sitting on a fucking VTuber that allegedly made his fucking girlfriend fuck a dog. And this guy is worse, somehow. This guy is apparently fucking worse. Holy shit. How can it be worse? Yeah. But yeah, I'm talking about a real person. There was actually a VTuber like that had these allegations against him from his girlfriend. By the way, she made a huge ass fucking document about him. And one of the allegations there was that he made her fuck a dog. This is the people I deal with, chat. This is what I do for a fucking hobby. Because these people are so fucking interesting and people need to know about them so they can avoid them better. Man. What a world this is. But do I have any more on this guy? Yeah, a few things, but I don't think they're that important. You can guys go look through them later on, if you will. All of them are pretty much in the Twitter screenshots, like what he behaves, what he talks like. There's just one last video that I have, like, you know, to make this stream end on a very petty note, I guess. It's this.
Yes, I have a belly. I'm not a thin guy
I will play this again and notice all of the things in this video. Just real quick.
Yes, I have a belly. I'm not a thin guy at all.
Guy in a dress, okay. Huge fat legs. And the state of his fucking apartment around him. What the fuck is going on there? Is he in the fucking basement? Like, was he digging a hole? Where the fuck is this? What the fuck? How does this guy live? Like, what is this on the floor? Are these like pieces of like plates or something? Is this porcelain? Like, is this broken porcelain? Are these flower petals? What the fuck is this? Is this paper? It's dirty as shit. Even the furniture, like ahead of him, looks kind of fucking dirty and worn down. Clearly fucking the best fucking femboy you could dream of. Because remember, this guy presents himself as a femboy. This is like... I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, people on kiwi farms are missing out on individuals like this. Like, are they not discovered yet? Well, let me help you out. I hope this guy is as well documented as he's as the fucking hundreds of videos that he put up on TikTok. Too bad that the TikTok is not now privated, but whatever. And you know, as an anecdote, chat, this is not the first fucking time I'm dealing with UK fucking femboys that are actual predators or contribute to predatory behavior. Back a year or so ago, I was posting some shit on Twitter, as I usually do, and a few guys came along and decided to stir shit up. One of these dudes was called Femboy History or something like that. It's like this weird gimmick account that deals with history of femboyism. That's what it was. And they decided to start shit about lolicons and, you know, lolicons bad and shit like that. So I'm entertaining their bullshit. I'm banting back. And I look through their account. Lo and behold, it's a fucking minor that sexualizes themselves and posts nude pictures of themselves. And that's not even the worst thing. I look into their following, and they're following a bunch of other minors as young as 13 years of age doing the exact same shit. Just fucking stripping for pedophiles on the internet. This is the fucking shit that I discover when people go after me in some way or go after the things I'm interested in. Like lolly posting, and suddenly there's a fucking predator coming up from the fucking other side of the world. A whole fucking culture of UK femboys, probably centered around grooming fucking children to take off their clothes for people on the fucking internet. Fuck these people with a fucking rake. Luckily, those femboys that I was talking about, they're now fucking gone. I even had a whole fucking thread about these people back in the day. All of them have been fucking reported to the right authorities, to Twitter for child sexual exploitation, and a few of them have been reported to fucking authorities, and I hope their parents fucking found out about it. Because when you see shit like this on the fucking internet, you just don't fucking stay silent about it. You don't just let these minors do whatever the fuck they want. Their parents already fucking failed them. The only courtesy you can provide here is to fucking get rid of them so they don't show it to other minors. And they don't fucking network into these fucking groups of children that sexualize themselves and think it's okay to do because other children on the internet are also doing it. And this is a constant fucking problem. And I bet this Ryan Raid motherfucker is also involved in this. Because if he's willing to send CP to people and he doesn't fucking think anything about it, just thinks it's a little fucking game for him, and he can use it, you know, as a blackmailing tool, and as a tool to threaten people with, I bet he's also involved in shit like that. Because they all fucking do the same shit. I'm almost sure that he was also involved with these fucking femboy history motherfuckers. Fucking social media is a plague. The sooner they fucking close down fucking Discords, and maybe X will fucking finally die one fucking day, maybe this whole shit will be over. But this is like wishful thinking at this point. On that fucking grim note, this is everything, chat. I could have more about this guy, of course, because there's always more, but we've been sitting here for fucking hours already, and I don't want to fucking expose you to more of this shit. But I leave you with one fucking thing. When you see shit like this, just don't stand around if you can. Like, do not ignore it if actual children are involved. And if a guy makes himself this apparent to the point where he reveals his alleged real name and his actual address, do actually, you know, spread this around so people know. Even if you do not report him yourself to the authorities, other people will. Give them tips, give the police tips, badger police about them, because this isn't even funny anymore. Sure, we're laughing at a guy that's retarded on the internet, sure. But this guy is an actual fucking criminal. Not only a criminal, you know, not petty thefts, which he was involved with too, but an actual, you know, child predator. And those do not deserve any kind of mercy online. Please, if you're any close to UK or in the UK, you've been presented with, I do believe, enough information to get this guy in trouble, and he needs to be in trouble. More trouble than he's ever been in. You have his victims in his fucking chat. You can ask them for more information about him at any point, and just, you know, do something. Even spreading awareness is something that, you know, would be laudable here. Because people like this should not be roaming around. Especially if they're so fucking blatant about this. Again, this stream is gonna be archived. I'm gonna download it and upload it to a safe place. The safest place the safest place it can be is on my hard drive, of course. But it's also gonna be spread into other places because I don't fuck around with people with things like this, especially when children are fucking involved. So yeah. Sorry on the siren note at the end, but I do believe this is important to say. Thank you for sticking around as long as you have. Again, if you have questions regarding Ryan there, you can ask Colma in the chat. They're willing to provide any information that they can. And yeah, you guys take care. I hope this was informative enough. Entertainment, of course, was a part of it, but, you know, when entertainment is put against, you know, being informed about an actual predator, just, you know, getting away with it for fucking years, it's something, you know, entertainment should be put on the back burner. That's why I'm saying this shit at the end, because I care enough about shit like that not to, you know, just leave it be. But yeah, for right now, that will be everything. Thanks for sticking around this long. I have other plans for other streams going forward. I'm gonna announce them on my alt Twitter account if my my main doesn't get unsuspended in that time. And the next streams are also gonna be announced on the community tab here on YouTube. And again, this video is gonna be archived, and later is gonna be uploaded to other places, so people can view it and spread it around if they want to. So yeah. I'm gonna play you guys off with a nice song, at least, to not end on such a fucking black-pilled note. And I hope you guys will do what you think is right. Because again, I can only encourage you to do certain things. I cannot force you to do anything. But I can at least, ask you to do something. So again, thanks, and see you around next time. Bye-bye.